baby.
It's called the lower third.
Okay.
It's in like Google Effect. Oh no, it's an app. It's an app. I lied to you.
All right, we should be live. We should be live. Wait.
Sheesh.
Yeah, you guys are still there. Good, good. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, you know what? I start Skype one time, and then this crap fires up again. Why did I do such a thing? I think I'm safe now. I almost want to test it. I almost want to fire up Skype, give DDoSers the finger, and see if they can get me again. Should I do that?
That's your call, man. I think it'll take more of the heat off of us personally if you're just like, eh.
All right. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask the chat. Should I see if I'm now secure? Should I start up Skype, give them the bird, and risk
Maybe
another?
we should do that at the end of PKA.
That's not a bad idea too. Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting some no's, some yeses. I want to do it. I want to be like, fuck you. You have no power here, silly witch. I figured out how to mask my IP address. You dumbass little bitch DDoSers. You have no power. That's what I want to do. Should I do it? I'm looking at the chat here.
See, but that's how you get the guy that actually knows how to do that. Like all that hackers movie crap, those guys, that's when they're like, oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah,
I'm thinking the scenario in Swordfish that these little people wish they had, where like they have to hack while receiving oral sex from a girl in 60 seconds.
With a gun to their head.
With a gun. I don't think that ever happens. I think that they may have stretched the truth there.
You think just a little bit?
We need a guy who's capable of hacking while receiving oral from a hot chick with a gun to his head in 60 seconds. 59, 58. That's
the best hackers in the world can do this in 20 minutes. Or no, in 60 minutes. What I need somebody is that can do this in 60 seconds. Oh, John Travolta, you sly devil, you.
I don't know. I might never had really good girlfriends, but I could easily channel out a blowjob if I needed to get a job.
I could tune that out.
I mean, it's easy to tune out. Shit,
Don't
that's pretty
tell
much
your ex-girlfriends that. They might get insulted.
Well, the whole point when you're a guy is to tune it out to an extent because you want to last longer.
Aria, back me up on this, right? I have had this discussion before. When a guy is receiving, right, you are kind of cooperating towards a goal on this thing. Your objective is not to impress her by going for 30 minutes.
No, it's not. It's absolutely
Wait, am I
not.
getting DDoSed again?
I don't think so.
I am.
No! Woody!
No!
No, Woody, they got you. Don't go away.
No.
There's this funny face. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
They got you. If you can hear us, you're still here. We still kind of see you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you and see you, actually.
How interesting. Yeah, I think they're going for me. Oh, yeah, they're attacking. They know my IP address. I can see it. I don't know why it's working. I've had 2,136,000 attacks since the start of this podcast.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of felonies. Uh-oh. They're going.
I'm going? Because it looks to me like it's holding up for some reason.
Oh, wait, am I going? Oh, no.
I don't know.
I'm so scared.
But yeah, so it's not going right now. I'm not being attacked at the moment, but the fact is they seem capable of attacking me, so that's not good.
They're trying to run the gauntlet. You threw it down, and they're like, "We're going." Okay.
I think Woody's trying to put words in my mouth.
Okay.
I agree with Woody on the side that you shouldn't make a blowjob last like 2 hours. I'm talking about when you're getting down in the shit and you up in the pussy. That's when you start thinking about baseball and frogs and kittens getting ran over.
Wait.
2-hour blowjobs are awesome.
You shush.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, so Wings is onto something with the,
I'm pretty sure that I could take a blowjob and channel it out just like I can during sex, and like just try to think about anything else but being turned on.
Now, the idea is not to channel out that you are having sex. The idea is to enjoy the fact that you are having sex.
Oh,
well,
you
if
don't
you enjoy
know
the fact when you're having sex with a guy, it lasts about 2 minutes. You got to channel it out to get that 15 to 20-minute intervals. You got to think about baseball. You got to kind of switch the position. You got to pinch the head of your dick. You got to...
Wait.
Yeah, what was that? What was that one? What was that one?
You never do that? You never just like take it out and just like pinch it until like to stop yourself from going?
No, I've never done that.
You should try it. If you do that about 2 or 3 times, when you actually do get off, it feels better because it like kind of builds up.
Oh, is it kind of like when you do the pee-pee dance?
Kind
of thing? Okay.
It doesn't hurt. You're not like pinching it like to leave a bruise, but you're like just like putting like a thing on a bag of chips.
I've got 2
just preserving
options that
it.
I go to. If I find that I'm reaching nirvana and I'm getting there before she is, then these are my 2 go-to moves, and they're both purely mental. She has no idea. One is I do math problems in my head. They're complicated enough. It needs to require some real attention, right? Like make it algebra, whatever your level of math is. Maybe you want to multiply 3-digit by 3-digit numbers. You ever try that stuff in your head? That's tricky stuff right there. Even 2 by 2 will get you thinking. Will get you thinking long enough to step it back a notch and let you continue with the mechanics rather than go over the edge on the realization of what you got going on there.
Is she doesn't even have any idea that guys do this stuff. I bet her boyfriend does this stuff. Get him in here.
He's cooking me dinner. I don't want to interrupt him.
But here, let me offer a counterpoint here. Let's both be honest. It's late. You got other stuff to do. Just get on with it already. It doesn't have to be 20, 30 minutes.
I'm not trying to say you're going to fuck for 2 hours. Like, if you fuck more 15 minutes, I got shit to do.
Because my point is, I got video games to play, and I got videos to make. Let's wrap this
Lefty
up.
seems like the kind of guy that would fart while getting head.
All right. My other trick, and I want you guys to hear me out on my second trick. If you're not down for the math problems, if that somehow like still turns you on, do this exercise with me right now. Right? Picture a triangle, okay? Like an equilateral triangle. You've got a regular thing going on there. I can't seem to make one with my hands. And then rotate it. Spin this triangle in your head and try and do it well. Try and do it well enough that like you're not just jumping it or whatever, but you get like a smooth rotation of this triangle going on in your head. If that's too easy for you, add another figure, right? Put the triangle in a circle, rotate the 2 of them. Once you get there, that animation is complicated enough for me that whatever sexy time stuff is going on is being pushed to the back burner.
I'm gonna get a flag for this. One of my go-to ones is actually thinking about commentary topics while having sex.
That's a video in and of itself. Things I think about while having sex.
Because I have such a hard time. I have such a hard time coming up with fresh topics that it's something I have to stop and be like, have I done this? Can I do this again? Can I refresh it? And you're like,
you should stop and write it down, right? Like you're going, you got your thing going, you may,
Wait, hold on. Did Woody just reveal his O face?
Just use her back. Just use her back and start writing.
What a Sharpie.
Scratch your notes in the back of her back, like little movie review, and then.
Oh my god!
But somebody's got to edit. Somebody's got to edit that video because I think Woody just revealed to us his O face.
I wish I saw it.
Somebody needs a GIF. We need a Woody O face GIF.
Somebody get on it. Tweet it to me.
That'll happen in 35 seconds. That must be one of the nice things about having an awesome following. Like, oh, I've got a let's give you this task to accomplish.
But the reason guys do that is because once the girl actually climaxes, she like clenches really down, and it's really easy to climax right with her.
For me, that's good. All right, cool. See you later.
I'm just saying that's the reason guys do it, because the girl wants you to go with her, and like once that pussy clumps down, it's pretty much over anyway.
See, here's my move: is get it done in foreplay.
See, that was my move way in the back in the day. That's before I could last long enough to get it done during the intercourse.
No, it's like hedging my bets. It's like, if you're in
I'm gonna give her one before I get mine. That way, if I get mine before she gets her second,
right,
we're still even.
We're still technically even. Because if she's like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Hey, well, what the fuck? You got to go."
No, is Woody getting DOSed again?
I don't think so. I still see him.
Okay.
I still
he
see
like
him.
froze on my screen.
He's got a frowny brow. He's furrowed his brow.
No, I was definitely getting dust again.
Oh man, it's like the end of the movie Hackers, where Penn Jillette is talking, and it's the guys, and they're like, "Give me a flu shot. We got whatever the fucking sequence is." I have no idea. You okay, Woody? Is Woody with us? Oh no.
Eric had something fixed. He needs an invite.
I think we might. That might have to wait a little bit. It looks like somebody might be getting Woody. He laid down the gauntlet, and they got him.
They arose to the challenge.
Aria, is this all new to you?
What?
Like that guys think about other things during sex?
I mean, no, but I've been with my boyfriend long enough to like I know when he slows himself down. I know when this is happening.
Do you ever call him out? Do you ever call him out like, don't do that?
Bitch, you keep going.
No, because we have like a multiple round agreement sort of situation.
Wait. What is a multiple round agreement? Like if he finishes too early, you can always get a mulligan? Is that the deal?
No, not really. There's just generally like 2 or 3 rounds. It's just kind of standard.
Oh, so every time there is a second or a third round.
Mm-hmm.
You must have a really young boyfriend.
Yeah, seriously. I'm only 25, and I'm still like, God damn, man.
Like that first, like, all right, come on, get off me. I gotta go to sleep. You sleep in the wet spot.
That's the worst. Okay, that is the worst. You are a mean person for that. I hate that.
I don't know.
You're back to us. I can hear and see you.
Yeah, I know. I think I just changed my IP address. I didn't write my before and after. I may be done.
Woody, Castmap needs an invite.
Okay. Shucks, I need his email address again. Is it gonna autofill?
He missed out on a hilarious conversation. That poor guy. Wings, have you shared, because I know you guys are buddies, have you shared with him your little pinch trick?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Pinch trick's only for the elite MLG doggy stylers. Because you only can do a doggy style. You can't do a missionary because it'd be weird. You got to pick her ass up and then be like pinch your penis and like somehow get it back into her like with like precision marksmanship. You only can do a doggy style.
Oh my god.
If you're a missionary, you're pretty much at her whim.
What if she's on top of you? Like, hold on. Can you just wait a second? Can you just hop off for a second?
What I like to do is like to take my hands and I like to go into the inner thigh and press down, so like really hard. So when they come down, it kind of hurts them a little bit, so they slow down naturally without actually telling them.
Wait. What is it? You hurt her? How?
No. You take your fingers.
I'm watching.
Inner thigh down here, like she's right on top of you. You stiff your fingers out, put them in that inner thigh. When she's going too fast, you want her to slow down. You just put a little bit more pressure until she naturally slows down. It doesn't hurt her, but it's not as comfortable as she was in.
Yeah, that's how you get hip cramps, and that will cause a female to stop instantly.
That'll give you more time.
She gets off, and I jerk off.
Yes! Yeah. Opportunity.
Time to switch.
Man.
I was about to say, because I'm like, I think Wings is talking about committing assault in bed.
No. It's not assault. It doesn't. You don't put that much pressure on it. You just put it there so it naturally disrupts her rhythm. As soon as her rhythm's disrupted, she naturally slows down to try to catch it back up.
Or you could also just get drunk.
Yeah, you could have whiskey dick, but I
Those
don't.
are my college days.
My son was conceived on a whole lot of whiskey, so fuck you and your whiskey dick theory. That does not work.
Well, it doesn't keep you from climaxing. It keeps you from climaxing early, or at least if you're drunk enough.
It keeps you from keeping it hard, so you got to really concentrate on.
Bullshit.
Oh man.
I call bullshit.
Well, I will defer. I will defer to the superior knowledge base.
All right, we got chaos math here. We got an expert here.
What's up?
We're talking about ways to last longer in bed when you're a guy. Bestow some information on us.
You know, this is going to sound really funny.
I'm gonna laugh if he does what I do.
You know what I do? You know what I do? I think
Please
about
say
work.
it, please.
I think about work, or I try to do, or I try to do long division in my head.
Long division. See? Well,
There you
that's
go.
what I'm telling you.
Yeah, it works too.
My answer was think about commentary topics. Woody's was a triangle in long division.
Long division.
Of course, my answer was get drunk.
My answer was actually multiplication, but I'll accept long division as, same.
Yeah.
Same concept.
We're on the same wavelength.
All right, we ain't got Kyle here, so we can kind of get a realistic answer. What is the expected length of intercourse from penetration?
Depends on how old you are.
Wait, for penetration, like, is this answer given in minutes or inches?
No, just give it in minutes. Like,
Okay.
once you get to the point of penetration, we're not counting foreplay at all. We're not counting the whole, tongue bath, worshiping her body. We're talking about you're in it to win it. How long are you in it to win it for?
Well, there's so many variables there. Oh my goodness,
Oh, I thought we were asking
We're
Aria.
talking about peak here. You're all stretched up. You're feeling good. You're in good shape. You got a nice hard
Wait,
one
you
on.
stretch up?
You did some calisthenics
Do you
before.
jog in place ahead of time?
Stretches?
You don't want to hurt your hamstrings. The bed can be a little high.
True. That's true.
Hamstrings are the first ones to go. Always stretch out the groin too. Groin muscle stretch, always important.
Wow. All right, Aria. Oh, wait, you're the one with the multiple go standard
Yeah,
agreement,
she
right?
likes a guy that can come when she demands him to and go 3 or 4 hours.
Not 3 or 4 hours. That just seems
Ouch.
excessive.
Yeah.
But
Seems
like
excessive.
a solid 2 rounds of 20 minutes is, I feel, a perfect situation.
I got shit to do.
I don't think I could get it up after 20
sorry.
minutes after the first nut.
I don't think
I
my
give
wife
it- I
wants
give it,
2
like,
rounds of 20
5
minutes.
in between rounds.
I think I can, bring my special lady to where she needs to go in like 6 minutes or so, and after that, she's kind of like,
Yeah.
in an ideal world, same time, also acceptable. 1 or 2 minutes later, 40 minutes. That's sometimes, but most of the time.
I remember
Yeah.
we asked this
Yeah.
the thing with Kyle. Kyle said he went 2 hours for some snake woman.
Yeah, I mean, there's special occasions where you're going to break out the marathon session, but I don't know. I think it depends on the situation you're in. If you're married, you've been with the same person for going on 10 years or whatever. 20, 40 minutes. You can probably you've sort of boiled everything down. It's been distilled down into 10 minutes of
I'll agree with
this
that.
works.
I'll agree
I
with
think
that.
10 minutes. If you know each other well, you can get it all done in 10 minutes and feel really good about that 10 minutes.
Yeah. You know what? More often than not, I'll end a love session with, "That was a good idea." Like, whoever initiated that knew what they were talking about.
Good
I
times.
completely approve of what just happened.
Do you say that? Like, good idea.
I do. Yeah, actually, I will. I'll be like,
You just need to
"That
get
was-
stickers and be like Woody Silver Proof and slap her on the ass.
This was brilliant."
And
Yeah,
then like 3 or 4 days later, actually take a picture of how many Woody seals of approval that's actually been gotten there.
Yeah, like on the side of an airplane.
I mean, am I the only person who strives for more than one orgasm when you have sex?
The guys can only get one.
You're only the only person with a vagina right now. So
Yeah, I strive with the female partners. I strive to give them as many as possible, but
I'm down for one.
Yeah, if I give him one, I've done my job. That's good enough. Come on.
Here's the thing. The first one's really good. The second one is usually that's your third gear. You know, that's where your power band's at. That third one, that's the diesel engine. It takes a lot to keep it up. It takes a lot to get it going, and it goes for a long time. And it comes out mainly water.
Yeah, and there's definitely like sore, overworked body parts involved at that point.
I always get the back of the crown sore. Oh,
Where's your crown?
The crown of what, Wings?
well, I'm circumcised.
You're circumcised?
You're using your penis to give the orgasm. Interesting.
That's how I do it too.
I get 2 or 3 orgasms.
Three with the penis? Yeah,
three with the that's a tall order.
Yeah, 3 with the penis. I can see, one with the penis, one with the
one with a little bit of this and that.
To reveal something embarrassing here. I swear, half the time I go for the female side of the double, I'm discouraged from doing so, right? Like, she gets where we're taking her. Everything is good, and I'm thinking I got plenty left. Therefore, let's revisit this, sweetheart. But in her mind, oftentimes it's like, I would rather you come join me and then wrap this up. Like that happens.
Yeah.
I'm not alone, right?
No, there's maybe something on TV. There's a couple emails that need to get answered. There's
You're the
cupcakes to be made or something.
Have you ever gotten your girl off and then just gave up on your own because you had shit to do?
No.
Smells really
Come
good.
downstairs when you're done, yeah?
I will.
Damn, I guess I'm
faked
by
it.
myself in there.
I faked.
Oh, question.
Faked?
Come hither.
Oh yeah,
How does a guy fake?
Here, since everybody wanted to ask, what do you think about during sex to make yourself stop from having an orgasm?
You want me to honestly answer that question?
They do.
I mean, it's not like a solid thing every time. Sometimes I do think about other things, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. I'm not really sure. Sometimes
examples of other things would be.
See, I said I know you
Madeleine
well enough to
Albright's
know when you
boobs.
slow yourself down.
Right, yeah. I mean, sometimes, to be honest with you, it's very hard to like put your brain on one certain thing. So for me, I'll like look around the room, maybe, like put my attention.
Will you be like, oh man, there's Chris Bosch. He's looking good, that
more like for instance,
Count the ceiling
one time
tiles.
I looked at my girlfriend's cute little Hello Kitty headphones here, and I was like, that's a cool design. It's like, I wonder who thought of that, and then all of a sudden it just kind of trails off, like, oh, she's wearing goggles, like war goggles, and it kind of just like takes your mind off of it. I don't know. I never think about other guy like Chris Bosh. That's kind of a that's a bit of a that might just end the sex entirely.
Yeah, you don't want to go too far. Like, yeah, I'm screwing Madeleine Albright right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Kobe Bryant.
Jan Marino, take that dick.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely not. But one thing that helps, that is a little bit of liquor before sex will help you there.
That was Lefty's answer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Lefty's a smart guy. He knows. Yeah, a little bit of liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or
yeah.
a lot.
Were you
Or a
also
lot.
hoping he was
Yeah,
going to
or a
join us
lot.
in the
Yeah.
Chaos? Were you hoping he was going to join us in the math club? I was totally hoping he'd be like, "Oh yeah, sometimes I do algebra."
Yeah, he's like, I'll get my trigonometry on.
Fuck
I
around with
gotta
some quantum
try that.
physics right now.
I see
I
how
gotta
far
try
I
that.
see how
Like-
far I can go with pi.
Pythagorean theorem, just kind of, a bunch of different.
All I know is 3.14159. That's all I got.
That's
Just
where
try
I
to do my
stopped too.
multiples.
I think there might be a 2 after the 9. Does anyone? Stick it in the chat. Tell us Tell us how far you.
Yeah, somebody keep go.
Oh God, you're
Ham.
asking people to spam the numbers of pi that they can find in your
Yeah, like
comments
I said,
section.
Google just blew
Yeah,
up.
I was gonna say Wikipedia just crashed on pi.
3.14159, and then I think it's 2. I like the 2 because a lot of guys stop at 4. Then that next round of people stop at 9, and if I can go to the 2, then I've got something.
You know how I know somebody's been cheating on their not drinking?
How's that?
This used to be full. I mean, like, how do you tell me, like, no, I've not been in your liquor at all?
I'm sorry, Wings. I'm sorry. Okay, it was just.
I mean,
it was
this used to
hard.
be up to here. I'm like,
I'm not saying
that's like
Who's been drinking
$30
it?
worth of Crown Royal.
Gangster Grandma?
No, Bastard Brook.
Bastard bro.
Just in case anybody was wondering, Trader Joe's has the most delicious teriyaki chicken and rice in the universe.
There it is. Enter code Trader Joe's for 10% off of your chicken teriyaki.
Chaos man.
Seriously.
Aria's a sellout. She's clearly on the Trader Joe's payroll.
Yep.
Sell out,
Money
money whore. Yeah.
Money whore.
On
Oh my
the
God.
take. On the take.
Trader
Unsub
Joe whore.
Woody. Unsub Woody.
Chaos
What's
man.
up, Woody?
Yes. What's up?
Yeah, she gets.
How much did
money
that
from
boom
Trader
you
Joe's.
got cost?
Oh, dude, you can pick one of these up for like fucking $30.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh God, more microphone
Wait a
talk.
second. Flag on the play. No,
No,
microphone
I just want to
talk.
know because I'm tired of this bullshit.
What was that?
I call flag on the play. That's how we do it.
Wings, you're looking at anywhere from 9 to about $25-$35 for a good boom.
Because I was looking at the ones that Andy Owens and the motherfuckers like
No,
$150.
Take control, Woody. Take control.
People get mad at me. They're like, "Why does Woody interrupt people?" This is what happens when I don't,
Yeah.
baby. We talk about mics and trucks and guns.
Hey,
Back to
I looked at the comment section of my last appearance, and people were loving the microphone talk. Let me tell you.
No way, dude. A subscriber came to my front door and said, "Please don't talk about microphones again."
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on Woody. I'm calling bullshit on Woody.
He
for
signed my
that.
cast right here. His name is Chase.
Wow.
Oh well, his name is Chase, so that immediately disqualifies anything he has to say ever.
We better get back to boners and pie quickly.
Yes, I am sure that. I wonder how many people just left this live stream. Or like,
Wait, they'll come back in 5 minutes.
they're talking about mics. I'm out of here. Forget it. I'm done.
I'm gonna go look up some boners and pie while they're talking about microphones.
Exactly. I'll come back in 5 minutes, and maybe they'll have shut up by then. So boobies.
Oops.
So Woody, we
I'm gonna show you what a man looks like.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh, is this going to get me an NC-17 rating on the podcast?
This is stuff I can within reach of me.
All right. I see where you're coming from, but let me see. Now, according to who does the airport stuff? The
TSA.
The TSA. According to the TSA, huh? What you got, motherfucker? Huh?
Oh, take it down to pilot.
All right.
Nail clippers.
It doesn't stop there, baby. Scissors.
Oh, we breaking out the
Can we
breaking
play
out the
Robotech?
D&D die.
Can we play Robotech? Oh my God, I want to play
Box cutters.
Robotech.
I am a certified TSA badass.
Nightmare. They're gonna pat you down so hard.
Well, what I got the pink 6-sided die. What's up, bitch?
No, Wing, seriously, we should play Robotech.
I have the barrel of a shotgun that I sawed off during a photo shoot.
Why would you saw a barrel of a shotgun off during a photo shoot?
The pictures came out really cool, except I burned half my boobs off from the sparks.
All right, guys, I got something that can kill you really quickly.
Picture, it didn't happen.
I mean, they have been on Twitter.
I surrender.
Instant death. Just kill you.
There's no way I can contend. I mean, you're going to have like a 15-minute chance on me.
You don't stand a chance against that weapon.
Nope.
Oh.
I think this might be illegal on an airplane. That's kind of the end of my.
Who keeps hot sauce right near their desk?
Wings of Redemption. Get it?
I put hot
I
sauce in my
haven't
motherfucking
asked.
water.
Do people have any interest in this? It's a splint now. I can shower with it off. Colin picked the color.
I thought it was like one of those little gay ass wristbands like the young teenage girls wear with the Cookie Monster shirts.
Oh my god.
You know, like the multicolored sock they put on the wrist. Because it's green and white.
I guess I don't know.
You never seen that? Let me get a little teenage girl picture.
No,
no.
Please don't. No. Don't start searching that on Google.
When I say teenage girl, 18 and 19 are both teenagers.
Okay, all right.
I'm a little concerned. So I had a little connection issue. What are we doing with 18 and 19-year-old girls?
We're showing them off the little wrist socks that your cast made me think about.
Oh yeah, this one I don't like it. It's too tight.
How long do you have left on it before it's
So I thought I was done. I thought I was going in yesterday to get the pins out, and that this splint was kind of a wink, wink, nod, nod. You don't really have to wear it thing. That's not the case. The pins are still in there. I can't do any PT exercises, and I have 6 more weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a big improvement over what I had before, which I still have. I don't know what to do with my cast, but
Burn it.
Number 1, disinfect it.
Sell it. Throw it up on eBay. You'll make a ton of money.
Oh, money whore.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I made $400 on the controller that I broke during the Syndicate stream.
Yeah, Woody's Gamercast. Telling
You know what would really
wow.
happen? Someone would win it without a serious bid. Like I think whoever had the top bid, it would go up to
Look
like.
here. Be like PayPal certified only, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you can make it so that if they win, they're completely obligated to pay for it. Or you could just do like a pay up front sort of thing. You gotta send money here if you want to bid. You can make a lot of money off of that thing.
I
Also,
didn't know
be
that
sure
was a
to
possibility.
include in the description interesting trades considered.
Yeah, out of 900,000
Interesting
people,
trade.
somebody's gonna pay some big money.
You know, like part of me is like, well, that sounds really appealing. You know, like
Business
who
is
here
business.
listening to the stream wouldn't think like, wow, I have something worth like of value.
But you're looking at it this way. All right, look at it. Woody, who's your favorite actor?
Let me tell you about some of the features that come with this cast. Okay? All right.
QVC. Here we go.
On the end here, there's a little bit of Woody sweat. Huh? And that comes with genuine Woody odor, whatever palm sweat smells like.
Uh-huh.
On the inside, and I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up or not, but there's hair in here. So, if you have some sort of Jurassic Park ability to construct your own Woody,
You can clone Woody, yeah.
yeah,
This is all you need.
This should come with all the DNA that you need to build your very own Woody commentator at home.
Woody,
You can like fire up a channel, and you'll have YouTube money.
Woody, what's your favorite actor?
Aria Aspen. I've seen her entire body of work, and it's second to none.
Would you drink Aria Aspen's bathwater?
I don't think so.
That's just another question.
I put Epsom salt in my bath, so I wouldn't recommend drinking the water.
Yeah, I mean, bath water in general, like, I don't care who you're talking about. Heck, if you filled up an empty bathtub and said, Woody, have a drink, I'd be like,
Sketchy at best.
But the idea is like, would you buy Robert De Niro's green trench coat from Taxi? If somebody offered it to you for $400.
Something like that would be interesting. When I did my dance-on competition, I wore, who was that troll comedian who got beat up by a professor? Andy Kaufman. Do you guys know who Andy
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
the guy who got beat up
Larry
by
the
Jerry
King.
Lawyer.
Yeah, what's his name? Jerry the King or
Lawler.
yeah, Jerry the King.
The guy
Yeah.
from Taxi. Right?
Lawler.
When I did my dance-on performance, my tie was Andy Kaufman's. It was like custom made for him, and it somehow made its way into a Hollywood like costume shop. And even though I'm not like some giant Andy Kaufman buff or anything, I was like, this is kind of cool. Like he wore this tie, it had his name in it. And
You know what's not cool about Andy Kaufman? I look at obviously Jesus as Andy Kaufman.
was Andy Kaufman suicidal and depressed?
They say he was. They say that towards
But
the end.
he did the same. He does the same bullshit about people. That's how he got fucking pile drived.
No, but there's a lot of people. Hold on, with Andy Kaufman, there's a lot of people that think that was a shoot. That was all a work between Lawler and Kaufman to get.
Do you think
Lawler
obviously
big.
Jesus really wanted to fight Woody, or just wanted the exposure?
Subs and views for sure.
So
Good point.
all
I
about
mean,
the
what do you think Andy
subs.
Kaufman was doing Jerry Lawler?
That's true. By the way, on that note, Woody, I hate you. Subs and views.
That should do it.
There you go. Boom.
That should do it.
100K.
Yeah.
100K.
Hold on. I
Better-
have water just out of you. Let me grab it.
You better turn your social blade up and see that money rack.
Rack City, bitch.
10,
Wow,
10, 10,
hold
20
on.
your titties, bitch.
I have something really interesting to talk about.
Hopefully it's Tigga's rap lyrics.
Actually, it's the fact that Tyga is starting his own porn website.
All I have to say about that is hell yeah.
He will be featured in one of the sex tapes.
Hell yeah.
The man knows that he can't keep writing gold lyrics such as Rack City, so he has to move on.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
So, honestly, who pays for porn anymore?
Who
I
does?
know. I was so funny. I was actually talking to my wife about that. I was like, or even download it. You don't even download it anymore. It's just
No. Oh, yeah. That's how you
just
get a
streams off
it's-
the site.
just
You don't-
stream off the internet. Let them get their
Where's
ads
all the
in.
money
Yeah.
coming from at porn at this point? Is it all advertisement?
It's all the ads. It's the shit you have to close so you can watch the goddamn video.
Shockingly enough, there are still people that pay for porn.
Really?
They're
He got his
dwindling
old
amount.
men and stuff.
They're a dwindling amount, but there are still people who pay for
The last
porn.
time I paid for porn, it was on VHS.
Dude, if porn was still as big as it used to be, I would be ditching YouTube right now and investing money in pornography.
Oh, I thought we was going to say he would be
Don't do
in
that.
porn.
Dongs of Redemption.
No, I ain't gonna be in no fucking porn. I guarantee I'll produce a porn though.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. Like, yeah, I can get you a set in my motherfucking garage. Come on.
High class porn coming from.
Yeah. That would be that classy like. Andrew
Yeah,
Mike
I got
shit.
it right now. It's gonna be like Formula 69. You know, something like.
So,
Formula
Aria,
69.
as porn has moved from like a pay-per-view or a buying VHS business to an ad-driven business, how has that impacted the revenue? Like, are actresses not paid what they used to be, or is it even better than before?
I seen
Studios.
I follow Lisa Sparks on Twitter, and she put a picture up the other day of her like expenses, and it was like a $200,000 liquor bill. Like, how can she afford that?
Damn.
Like from one movie?
No, she does. She has her own site. She runs she does the own site thing. And
So, on my question, Aria, has the transformation from like buying it to ad-driven made the girls less paid? Like, what do we got going on? Do you know?
To be honest with you, I haven't really spoken about like the higher ups in the porn industry, and they don't really talk to the talent about it. But I mean, the only way that it's really impacted it is that there's less work. But I mean, I don't know if that's due to the fact that it's moved from people buying it to ads paying for most of it, and also I don't really know what the numbers are as far as how much of porn is funded by ads and how much of porn is still funded by people who pay for it. Because there are so many guys out there who will hit you up on Twitter and they will pay you a whole lot of money to sign one of your DVDs, mail it to them, and like they can have it that way. And like we have to pay for our DVDs. Obviously we get them a lot cheaper, but we still have to pay for our DVDs. But I mean, a lot of the times that's how the DVDs and stuff like that are still sold, because they hit up the girls and they want like autographed copies. I mean, that's just what I know. I don't know like the full grand scheme of things or numbers. Or
Even as a retired actress, you get like a sizable amount of income from signed DVDs and stuff from your active days.
I don't bother with it anymore, to be honest with you.
I got a question.
It got really annoying, so.
All right, this is a question I wanted to ask you when you were the big star on Painkiller Already, but it's still valid.
Wait, has
How-
her star appeal faded in the last 3 weeks? Like, oh,
Ouch.
is Aria Aspen back
She's
in August? Oh, those were the days.
but
The glory days.
how does one put themselves in a higher bracket in the porno industry to demand higher pay, since there's so many girls that would be willing to do it? From my perspective, like you go on any of these free sites, there's like 5-6 thousands of girls that are in different pornographies.
To be honest with you, they don't really pay one girl more than they pay another girl. I can think of 2 girls right now in the industry who make $100 to $200 more per scene than the rest of the girls. The only difference is there are girls who will do scenes for cheaper just so that they get more work.
So wait a minute. All the actresses, so like take a superstar like Sasha Grey, who I get is retired. She earned the same amount as most of the other girls?
Yeah.
Wow. Now that hasn't always been that way, has it?
To be honest with you, like once she, because I know towards the end of her porn career, she had already done something with, what was the name of that show? Entourage, right?
Yeah. That was, yeah. She did a little arc on that.
There are a couple girls who, like, if they have a significant amount of fame somewhere else, like Wicked or Vivid will come up to them and ask them to do, like, a spoof movie, like a parody of it. And, like, they'll pay you more for that, but you have to really be somebody in order
So if
for
you
them.
have, like, somebody that's like Jenna Jameson going against some girl off the street, they're going to get maybe $200 difference?
Wow.
I feel like it's personal to ask, but like, what does a girl get for a scene?
Like, what kind of a scene?
Oh, so
Standard.
it varies by what you do?
Yeah, like a girl
Let's say
scene.
vaginal, no anal, with a facial.
I mean,
There
they
you
don't
have
really
it.
go by, like,
It's your standard issue porn clip, right?
It varies by, like, the company, but I mean the standard, like, if you do a girl scene, it's usually like 800 or 900. If you do a boy-girl scene, it's usually 1,000, maybe 1,100 if you got lucky. If it's an anal scene and it's just girl, they'll probably pay you 1,000. If it's an anal scene and it's boy-girl, they usually pay you anywhere between 1,200 and 1,500 depending on the company. And then it just goes upwards from there.
What about those girls
obviously.
that get shit on
Wait,
and
wait.
like they lick it?
I need to back up a step because you said if it's like you listed all these scenarios, right? And the final one was, I guess, vaginal, anal, oral, all in the scene,
Yeah.
guy, girl, and it just goes up from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so like maybe I'm not that creative, but I'm all out of orifices at this point. Like it.
Now it's fluids.
Well, I mean, they have DPs. You get paid a lot for DPs. Obviously, for gangbangs, you get paid a shit ton of money. If it's bondage, you get paid more because obviously you're getting your ass kicked while you're doing the aforementioned items. So
How long? What's the typical length, duration of one of these shoots? I'm trying to get an idea of like per hour what you're making.
it all depends on the company. Like, I've been on set for Penthouse all day, like literally 15 hours all day. That doesn't mean that I'm on set working the entire 15 hours, but I'm there for 15 hours.
Yeah, they've got your day tied up, so that's like $1,100 and you're there for 15 hours.
But I mean, on the same token, if you work for like Zero Tolerance is really good about getting girls in and out. Like, you're there, you get through makeup in 45 minutes, they have you on set, and you're out in an hour and a half. So I mean, you've spent maybe 2.5 hours there, and you get your check and you're gone.
$500 an hour. There you go.
I'm so immature because I'm like she said in and out.
What about those girls? Like, Kyle linked us to a video of a girl getting shit on. Or no, actually, she shit herself in the bathtub, and then she started eating it and like drawing hearts on the sour thing.
I'm pretty sure those are just crazy people wings.
That's
what dollar amount do they give those girls?
Well, they're getting paid in rubles, so it's probably a little bit different.
To be honest with you, I do not know anyone who has gotten shat on. To be honest with you, I know of people who have gotten peed on. I know how much they got paid, but to be honest with you, if you're into that sort of thing, you do it because you love it, not because you're getting paid for it.
You get paid more for the golden shower than you would anything else?
Yes. Not more than anything else, no.
But more than your standard guy, girl, anal, vaginal,
probably a lot more than
oral,
most.
facial scene. Right.
Right.
Of course. You know what?
I think we're ready to start a porn business right now.
You know what I've been told? A trend in the porn thing, not that I've ever seen it, is the high quality stuff. You see people, like some of these things now, the quality of it, like you can tell those cameras are on a glide cam or a dolly or something like that.
Yeah.
The lighting has been carefully thought out. In this. That's a trend that I could get behind, quite frankly.
I mean, like before I left for
You
the
get behind it.
Yeah, he's.
You said get behind.
Like Penthouse shoots their porn in 3D now. Like all of Penthouse's porn comes in 3D.
What do you
And-
need 3D porn for?
Who wants to sit there whacking off with silly goggles on your face?
I said the same thing to my
I couldn't
director
do
when
that.
I was there. I'm like, it's bad
do
enough
that.
these 14-year-old kids are sitting in their rooms like jerking off. What are they going to say when they're in the living room with like 3D goggles on and their pants down? Like that's one extra thing that you have to try and hide from your mother when she comes home. Like what
When
is
you've got the kind of ejaculate that I do, you need goggles anyway. I mean, fuck. I put freaking plastic on the walls like Dexter just to keep the thing.
He's got a
intact.
kill room set up for. Yeah. Peter
He still
North.
calls it. He still calls it his kill room.
I
Even though that's all
gotta
he's
throw
doing
it out
now.
here. Like, am I the only person that prefers the amateur porn over the professional looking one?
I prefer amateur.
I like the amateur porn better.
Yeah.
I like looking at girls that I could probably get.
I like it when like I like it when the guy has the camera and it's obviously his girlfriend in a college dorm room.
Now, see, I don't like that because there's too much sound on the mic because there's cords hanging on the
yeah.
camera and it's hitting the microphone and it just sounds.
Yeah,
it's
when
awful.
the shadow of the cameraman is on the girl's back, then that's too amateur.
I
Yeah,
would
at
say
least
that
get a
video
little
producers
lighting.
in general, amateur video producers, dramatically underestimate the importance of audio. You know, like, you know what? To me,
Yeah.
if the guy smacks her on the ass and the sound's not in sync,
You're
what
not
the
there.
fuck?
You're not
yeah,
there.
come on.
No, we got to turn to another video.
Well, if that happens, don't you think that's probably the result of people just ripping the video from other sites and then?
Quite
No,
possibly.
that's the result of somebody putting in a fucking render program and not syncing it up.
Yeah, there are not.
Do these guys have Sony
100%
Vegas?
geniuses
Yeah,
in
right.
porn.
They could be.
What's
I mean,
their
Sony Vegas is a good program. I'm
What's
playing
their
this in it.
what's the
Not bad.
color correction for a porn? What do you put on contrast or do you put on gamma and turn it up and down?
I mean, to be honest with you, like ever since I started editing, like I can kind of differentiate that now a little bit from like watching a video. I can kind of see what's going on there. And I mean, I've watched my videos and like I'm the same color as I am in real life. So I don't really think that they do a whole lot of editing that way. Again, that would go back to like your higher end companies versus your lower end companies, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the one that does the real high quality video work
Razors.
now? No, that's not who I'm thinking of. It's like I think
Wicked,
there's-
Vivid, and Penthouse are pretty much the three like top.
Vivid's still around, huh?
Somebody
Vivid
put it
is
in,
still around.
in this thing. They're on Pornhub. It put it in the chat. Who the heck am I thinking of?
You know who I hate is Brazzers. If I see Brazzers on a thumbnail, I won't watch it.
That's who Aria used to work with.
I mean, I worked with them a handful of times. I used to date one of their directors, so I worked for them.
Maybe it's
so-
just because on all the sites, like it's like half a video, and then
It's a 3-minute video and it don't really show nothing. It's
yeah,
like,
and then
fuck.
before you get to the good part, it says like join Brazzers.com to see the rest of this. Like no,
Here's-
you
here's
just
the-
wasted.
It's like, how about I click on another full-length video? It's going to be on this free site.
Yeah.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
I think yeah, Wicked,
Yeah.
Vivid. I remember all those names. It's funny that they're.
I got a
Passion
question since we're talking about
X-Art.
editing.
X-Art. Yes, that's who. X-Art and Passion HD. Those are the two, to me, that are taking the production quality to a next level.
And you know what's funny is they don't really shoot girls with agents. And most of like the bigger name girls, like we all had agents. And they don't like to shoot girls with agents because usually girls with agents, obviously you have to pay them their rate and their agent will sue you if you don't. So a lot of the companies that are like smaller, just starting out, like Xart is actually a really good company and they do have a really good quality, but they still are fairly new. So they're not really trying to pay girls as much as other people are. But I mean, there's enough girls who will do it.
It's
for
not like a
cheap.
company go after my heart. I'm trying to pay a girl $0.
That's how much.
They're just gonna come running to you, Wings.
You know,
treating them
who
well.
was the New York governor or the attorney general or something like that who got caught for paying $86,000 for his
Spitzer?
Spitzer? That's who I'm thinking of.
I was about to say, I think you're thinking about the South Carolina governor. I mean, he liked to pay for that punani.
Wait, did he?
Elliot-
Pay for
Elliot
that's the Argentina chick, right?
The Argentina like reporter chick.
I don't think
He was
paid
just
for
in
that.
love. He just flew down there, and
That guy
Yeah, he
was
flew down there
crazy
with
in
wings
love.
and fucking money.
you
trying
gotta
to get him
be.
some fucking
He had to
balls.
be head over heels to do that shit.
Exactly. He was temporarily insane with love.
I remember. I don't know if you probably wouldn't see it around here. His wife was all over the TV, like picking up the kids from school and stuff like that. They had that man sprung out.
That's terrible.
Wings, are you there?
Yeah.
My chat is demanding the headband. Do you have it nearby?
I do have it nearby.
While Wings searches for his headband, I'm gonna take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
If you know what I'm talking about.
I do have pantyhose.
Oh, so you need to wear those.
I have to pee,
Rape
just like
Squad
Lefty
killer.
does, so I'm also going to go pee.
No, but now I don't want to go in case Wings puts pantyhose on his head. Now I don't want to
Oh,
go.
putting pantyhose on his head?
Rape
Wings
Squad
wears
killers!
pantyhose while Aria pees.
Put it over your
Tonight
put
at
it over your
11.
face like you're robbing a liquor store.
Yeah. And then say, break yourself! Break yourself!
It won't fit?
No, it's not big enough.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So disappointing. Is my stream working? You guys, while we're sort of taking a quick break here, on my screen I
Okay,
just get
I'm gonna
static,
go
and
pee
I
now.
keep reloading and I still get static, but it doesn't matter if it works for me, it just needs to work for you.
I shall return. See, that's
Yeah.
what you need. You need roles to play when people go do this from like a 2 or 3 hour marathon show. Like, all right, we'll be right back. Take a quick commercial break. Da 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 da. And then you
Okay.
can make like little.
The stream's working for them? I don't know, it's pretty common for me. A lot of times when I live stream, I can't see my own stream. But I can count on you guys usually to give me a straight answer and they say it's working.
Now I gotta wait for somebody to get back. I can't leave Woody and Chaos flying solo. here.
we're big boys.
Wow, look at this. We're all right, hold on. Let me prepare for this. I should be able to do this on my own now.
All right, looks like you're about to be yelling at me to push it, and you're in like a VHS video. Push it! Push yourself!
it! Exercise! When Wings come, is Wings gonna be my headband brother or? Oh God! Oh chaos!
Oh great! Now I gotta find funny headwear. Thanks.
It's been too long since I was invited to a podcast.
Aria, you have anything headwear?
Headwear.
Goofy headwear.
I don't have my
I'll be right back.
I clearly do not
Dr.
have
Disrespect
anything that is
costume out.
sufficient.
I totally have a. Wow, everybody's leaving, so I don't want to leave, but I know I have an adhesive mustache somewhere. All right, I'll be back. This will just take a minute.
Everybody,
find
everybody, go get your gear now.
Be right back. This will just be less than a minute, I hope.
Well, and then there was one. This is gay. Aw. Who leaves the girl alone? That's sad. I'm sad now.
All right, I'll be back. My daughter's going to deliver a mustache.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, yeah,
What else are kids for?
that's pretty much what all mine does for me. Mustache delivery.
Mustache delivery.
I hear her on the steps. My door will open in a second.
I can wear my dog on my head. Oh, come here.
I really think I look like a different person with this.
You look great.
Like, I think I could get away with a robbery at this point.
You could get away with a tennis match.
My mustache.
I remember having it on playing New Vegas earlier.
You know, I know how adhesive these things are when we first put them on. And this is definitely a used mustache. It is barely sticky.
Well, don't you have the chemical that you paste on there?
The chemical?
Yeah, there's like a little stuff that you have to paste on your face and stick it on. And
Oh, by the way, if it wants to buy me anything, I'd really like that right there.
What is it?
It's power running boards.
Can you put it on again? Oh god.
Oh my god.
This is all I could find on such short notice.
All right. This is visually. I think this could be the best show we've ever had.
I can't find my ninja headband. I'm like physically upset right now.
Wings and Aria. I don't think that you're keeping pace with the quality of the show that we put on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Bringing it down.
I got you.
Did you find it? My mustache is on upside down. Hold on. That's better. There we go.
This is fun. Now this is
Wiggs is like breaking stuff over there.
I wonder what Wings is doing. He's still looking for his headband, right?
Yeah, I guess.
The minute Wings puts on this headband, the quality of this show is going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
It's going to go next level.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's much better.
So wait.
why is it that everyone here has wigs and crazy things?
You
And
good
I-
motherfuckers want to play dirty? I got my
Oh.
good guy doll.
Ugh.
That's kind of creepy.
And Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Come on, you guys gotta know who this is.
It's Kenny Powers.
Is that Chucky?
That's
Yeah, I
Chucky,
wanna see
yeah.
Chucky,
Yes. I'm old enough to know who Chucky is.
Woody is getting it in with this bottle to the face right now.
Hi, I'm Tommy.
you know what?
I'll be your friend to the end. Heidi ho.
Yeah. We never finished talking about the Wii U. I don't get it.
No.
This is a whole new console. It's going to be the most powerful console on the market, more powerful than the Xbox. It's going to leapfrog the PS3. It's going to do full 1080p games, and no one's even talking about it.
Here's my theory. I was actually just talking to somebody about this, and I think it's the gaming on the iPad and the handheld devices, because I do think in general the target market for Nintendo Wii is the younger demographic, right? Would you agree?
I said the
think
same
that's
thing.
true.
I'm not 12.
Okay, so, well, not necessarily 12, but, you know, I mean, Xbox and PS3, I mean, PS3 is definitely an older demographic. Xbox is more high school, I think, middle, you know, upper end of middle school to high school. Whereas the Wii, you know, you go all the way down to elementary school. But I think that handheld devices and gaming on iPads and everything is so prevalent now that it's kind of diluted that market a little bit.
Are we completely done with the
controls
porn
are terrible.
conversation?
Wait, what'd you say, Wings?
Are we completely done with the troll with the porn conversation?
I think it's always important that we revisit porn every so often.
I also want to know, is those videos real where the girls had to fuck to get a job?
Casting videos.
Yeah, the casting videos.
Fluffers
look at-
also don't exist.
Was a
Fluffers don't exist? How
No.
disappointing.
I disagree.
A fluffer is a girl that like sucks the dick to get the guy off in a bukkake, right?
No, a fluffer is supposedly like, you know, when you're on the sidelines in an athletic event, there's someone who like massages your shoulders and keeps you warm. The fluffer, in theory, is the girl that does oral to keep the guys at
Optimum
full
performance
salute.
level.
And so she's supposed to keep the guys at full salute between takes so that he can get right back in it without
Right. So they can edit it and make
Don't
it
they
look
have
right.
those in bukkake though? The girls that get the guy off while he just walks over to him and
I don't know, because it always seems like just some
Or just the guy
asshole
there
sitting there
sitting
wanking himself
you
for
know
20
just like
minutes
this.
with a flaccid penis. Like, dude, get out of here.
Yeah.
Come back when you're ready to work.
Come here, Snorlax. Oh.
And that's exactly what they say to him, too.
Come here, Snorlax, exactly.
Aw. If I had a nickel for every time I heard "Come here, Snorlax."
Okay, so
Wow.
I call to order our discussion on the Wii U because it started at the beginning of the show and then got derailed by porn. and now we're trying it
Hey,
again.
so put this
and
up
again.
so we can get a picture of it.
All right, we got you, dude. Oh yeah, I do want to talk about the Wii U because I think I'm gonna get one. I had planned on getting one forever, and I started at the start of the show to say that I incorrectly thought that people were playing Call of Duty with the motion controls because that's the YouTube videos I saw by CNanners and somebody else as well. So I thought the Call of Duty Wii players had been using motion controls all this time, and I just didn't know what I was talking about. And now they hate me. But
I got a good idea for that Wii U shit though.
What's that?
Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, because you basically create a Dungeons and Dragons game because the way it's set up that you can have like a master controller and all those secondary controllers. Whereas the master controller can set all the stuff up, and then the secondary controllers can actually play what happens as it interacts.
that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you know,
I've
the master
often
controller
thought-
have like the screen on it, like you can set stuff up in.
don't they all have a screen?
I'm pretty sure, but you can like set like the first player could have access to stuff in the game the other players don't have access to. Like the first player picks the options and menus, but couldn't you make his controller like show menus that were in the game that other people couldn't see, like spawn a monster in or?
You're delving into Wii U details that I don't have any clue about.
That would be cool though. I would buy something like that.
Mm-hmm. You see, here's the thing about the Wii U and its lack of, I guess you could say, buzz, is that I think it's really soured people, at least in the hardcore area of gaming. Because if you talk to any hardcore gamer, be they PS3 or Xbox, odds are, I'm not saying there's no Xbox players and no PS3 players that play the Wii, but odds are if you ask one of those guys, they're going to say, well, what fucking motion controls, last generation graphics on the Wii?
Yeah.
The fuck. So if anything comes out, even though the Wii U is leapfrogging the 360 and the PS3, just because it's got that Wii name next to it, there's that just immediate like, oh, get it out
Well,
of here.
that
And
could
there's
be
clear-
something. That could
There's
be.
a group of people out there who bought their Wii and used it for years. But I think, I think it's fair to say that a lot of people who bought the Wii ended up it became shelfware for them. Like they bought it, they played it for a couple
Ended
of
up
Netflix
months.
player.
only playing it when they're drunk with their friends at 3 a.m.
Right. It
Right,
became
drunk
like
and
a-
Wii bowling on Friday nights. And,
I think it got the kind of use that a board game gets. You pull it out when you have a group, but most of the time, your board game sits on the shelf. Whereas the Xbox and the PS3, a lot of guys, it's become central to their Netflix. It's become a part of their home entertainment system. It's gaming. It's
I
movies,
use my
it's
Wii for a
something else.
Netflix player.
yeah.
You use your Wii as a Netflix player?
Yeah, if we have Wii in the living room, I use it as a Netflix player.
I didn't know it did HD.
It does.
It does?
Yeah.
Really? Does it even have HDMI?
No. But the fact is, you can get HD movies through Netflix through the app, and
And it plays, I guess, in 720 over the composite cables?
right.
Or the component cables. I always mix that up.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think we're forgetting here that the Wii outsells the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it might not anymore, but I remember seeing numbers like a couple of years ago. It had like hardly handed their ass to them.
Yeah, it was much cheaper too. And it
Oh,
did
that was a
outsell it.
big deal. Yeah, the
I
price
wanna
point
say-
was huge.
I remember when the Wii came out, motherfuckers were fighting motherfuckers for that shit.
Well, that's everything every year at,
I ain't fighting one motherfucker for a PS4 or 360 or 720. You know what? If you want to make some money, you come see Wings when that shit drops, because I'm going to go hit whoever's willing to give their shit up for about $1,500. I ain't gonna waste my time.
that's fine. I understand.
So
You're not waiting in line.
The first sales figures I found, like worldwide sales figures, the Wii is still way ahead, which isn't what I predicted. The Wii, as of March of this year, so this is 6 months ago, the Wii had 96 million in sales, the Xbox was 67, and the PS3 was 63. So
Wow.
96 and then 265s roughly.
I mean, because like my grandmother bought a Wii. She didn't buy a PS3 or none of this, but people want to buy the Wii because they don't really understand games, but they can play Wii bowling or Wii archery, really dig it, go out and buy it as like this spontaneous buy because it's so cheap compared to the other consoles, and boom, there you have it. You can get a Wii now for like $100.
So I think the new Wii is in the $200 or $300 range, which
Yeah, well, the
is
old
kind of
Wii could be
pricey for a
that.
console today, but it's really cheap for a newly released console. Like I remember the PS3
Yeah.
came out at $700, and the Xbox came out at what, $400? Does that sound right? I don't remember.
I think it was 400.
Yeah,
never
somewhere
paid
Yeah,
around
it's
there.
$3.99 or
PS3.
something like that.
Yeah, so the Wii came out, and it's cheap for a just released console for sure. But I think I'm gonna get one. I think I'm gonna get a Wii U. I'm gonna try it, and I feel like I'm supposed to have all the gaming genres and stuff covered.
Yeah.
I can't just ignore the Wii completely.
And you can write it off.
For sure.
Write that shit off on your taxes.
Yep.
I'm practically making money with tax deductions.
I doubt that. You don't get to write it off dollar for dollar.
Yeah, I know. Anyone who understands tax deductions know that you don't make money on them.
Mm-mm.
All right. Did we wanna
I
get
can honestly
back-
say the one time I actually made money on taxes was that white truck.
I don't believe you. You and cars and finance are just like you're like, hey, same payment, right? But your debt is bigger, and you restarted the loan and everything. Same payment, baby. I'm practically making money. Same payment.
No. I didn't never say I was
That's
making
what
money.
that's the housing bubble. Wings has got his own little personal car bubble.
No.
does.
I
He
didn't
does.
say that. I didn't say I was making money. I was said that it doesn't cost me any more money. Eventually, yeah, it's going to cost more money down the line, but I don't care. I wanted it. That's the I don't give a shit factor.
But I don't give a shit.
And that's the factor that helped create the current economic climate where it's fuck it, I'll just refi
Lefty.
the
That was
equity out of my
people that
house.
had no business buying houses.
It's
buying
everybody.
Houses.
It was everybody.
Yeah.
It was everybody.
It
Everybody.
might have
don't-
been the guys giving the loans.
You
to the
don't
people
work
who
at
had nothing.
McDonald's and buy a $140,000
Well, oh, that's true.
house.
No. There were people doing that. Again, knee slapper in Wings' neck of the woods, but
I think that was Aria.
there were those people that were doing that. There were those people that were getting loans that they could in no way ever could pay back. But there were also guys that were making 150, 200 grand a year that were putting that money into their house and getting the equity, but then just refining it out every couple of years to buy the boat, buy the new Beamer every year. And then all of a sudden, the housing market, because the people that don't have they have the loans they shouldn't have because those guys just completely destroyed the housing market. The guys that are refining out the equity on their house, now all of a sudden they owe way more money on a house that's worth $200,000 less.
Lefty.
Mhm.
I have a paid for house. My only real finances are utilities and a truck payment. I am perfectly fine.
Oh no! Oh, I understand. I was just making fun of the fact that you were like, oh, I'm gonna restart the loan.
No. I
and
made
get
money
out.
on the white truck because I bought the white truck for $30,000. I ended up
And then
turning
you
around
burned
selling it for $28,500, and I wrote it off for $11,000.
There we go. Like covers my whole head.
Rocking the pork pie.
So
But
I
then
ended up.
you didn't include the sales in your income then.
Chim chim.
The what? I understand it, but I only paid $7,000. I ended up writing off about $11,000 of taxes. So I ended up making about a $1,500 profit.
Don't tell the government that.
There's definitely something. If you buy something for 30 and then sell it for 28, you have a $2,000 write-off there. I think what you did is you said you wrote off like 11 grand or something.
A
like,
mileage. 57 cents a mile.
But that's an expense that you incurred like along the
I
way.
understand that.
That, the mileage was free.
I'm
But
just
I was going to use the gas regardless, but the fact is I wrote so much mileage off that the truck itself didn't really cost me no money. I just put gas in it all year.
There we go.
So was
Because
the
the
mileage?
mileage gave me all the money I get back from the payments, plus the gas I put into it. And then some.
Apparently, according to Aria, this is how you wear a hat.
You look like Kratos, Woody.
Are you feeling to understand what I'm saying now? I mean, I'm sure this is a blazing topic.
oh yeah, right up there with microphones.
There's a Chucky and a Snorlax.
Snorlax.
All right, be honest. with me,
Snorlax
guys.
is a gangsta.
Do I look anything like a gay pirate? Because that's what I'm going for.
You look like Orin.
Har. 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 Oh, har.
So
Oh, har.
I can't keep the camera on me. There we go.
All right, now say har only by Bravo.
All right. Enough with the headband.
Yeah. Oh, it's
making
hard to
me
balance
hot.
on my head.
Yeah, Dr.
Sure, I put the chimney sweeper
Right.
hat on, and now all of a sudden everybody's ditching the hats.
hey guys, how does she look with my chimney, chimney, chim chiroo hat?
She looks good. I'm
It
liking
looks
it.
like she should be on Housewives of New Jersey.
She looks like she looks like a sleuth. Look like you should be solving some mysteries or something.
Look like a rap video.
Some
It's
inner
my
city
Mary-
mysteries.
It's my Mary Poppins hat.
Mary Poppins.
My,
You
my
might,
my
you
chimney
may or may
sweeper.
not be going
Cheating
to
on me with
a
Mary
dance
Poppins?
competition.
Why do you have her hat?
I can't look at your boyfriend without the knowledge that he goes 2 or 3 times every time you have sex. Like, look at him. Look at him. You son of a bitch. Look at you. You 2 or 3 time going
I mean,
bastard.
you know, not everybody blessed, but I'm a fan of yours, Woody. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I can't
respect
say
you.
the same, bitch. Can't say the same. I'm no fan of you, you 2, 3 time doing it, bitch. Get the hell out of
You
here.
have
Get off the
sex more than
show.
once a day. Now, how angry are you?
See,
So wait,
you're the type of guy that ruins it for the rest of us. That you get the expectations in the girls' heads.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want to go 2-3 times a day, 2 rounds each. Like, are you serious? Fuck.
I want a
out.
sandwich and a glass of water. Go get me one.
God.
My intentions are not to ruin it for the rest of you guys. You
You're
know,
destroying it for the man. You got to go and ratchet it on down.
Living
Yeah.
la vida
all the way
loca.
down.
I feel like this guy is the noob who just entered the union, right? The rest of us are veterans in here. We know how to lean on a fucking shovel.
Yeah.
Yet this guy over here doesn't get it. He's
Yeah.
not with the program. He's like, what? No,
He's trying to
I can
work
do
hard
this
and get
all
promoted
day.
and
I
shit.
can do this
Yeah.
all day. He's
Yeah.
digging his holes. He's
Yes, sir,
patching
Master.
roads and
Yes, sir,
wrecking
Master. Would you
days.
like me to do
And
a
we're like, dude, no.
Would you like me
The
to do a little dance for you, master?
the rest of us road patchers, we all look like slackers now.
Yeah, we want to be 5 guys in the back of the pickup with a cup of coffee and one guy putting a cone down,
Yeah.
and he's like hurling earth.
30-minute break? I don't need one of those. Give me 5 minutes tops. I just got to take a piss. No, we negotiated for all that stuff.
Yes,
No.
we got management believing that it requires a 30-minute break between road patches, and you're over there destroying our deal. We had something here.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to embarrass anyone or do anything of that matter. You know, I mean, it's
You're making it
practice.
harder for single moms to actually get new boyfriends.
I mean, girls these days have a high standard, anyways. I mean, I feel like it's
It's the
know.
club's fault because the club put so much pressure on them to be there to draw men.
It's all about the Moabs. It's all
blame
about the
2
Moabs.
Chainz. Blame 2 Chainz and these other ignorant rappers who talk all this.
I wouldn't
mess.
consider 2 Chainz a rapper to begin with. I put him in the Lil Wayne category of rap.
Oh, God. Here we go.
There we go. Always the little Wayne.
Wow, has
Oh.
anyone seen the video of Lil Wayne falling on stage?
That is the funniest thing I've ever seen. You have to see that.
Oh my god. YouTube, Lil Wayne
He
falling
probably-
on stage.
He probably tripped over his rhyme book.
No, it is so funny because
I have never seen somebody's feet come over their head so quick
it was like
in
a
my
cartoon
life.
fall. It was like a cartoon fall where like his legs levitated over his head and just like he literally like falls and within like a line gets up and keeps performing. Like, it was amazing.
See, this video right here is what Woody talks about, somebody not understanding the quality of audio.
I'm watching a video called Lil Wayne Falls on Stage. Does he throw a bottle of water beforehand?
No, he literally like runs across stage and like you see his
Let me
feet.
find
like,
it.
Yeah, it's like one of the first couple. If it's like Lil Wayne falls on stage, it is the funniest thing ever.
Oh, I saw. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, he slides, and then he gets back up and he grabs his junk.
And gets up and keeps performing.
Yeah,
It's
kudos to that guy. That's how you recover. He's like,
Yeah,
I meant to do that.
That is recovery though.
Yeah, that's. Oh, you know, and you are an expert in recovery, apparently, you son of a bitch.
5 minutes. I take 5. I take the phrase "take 5" to a whole new level.
I'm gonna go personal. How the fuck you get your shit back up in 5 minutes?
I mean, my girlfriend is gorgeous. What else can I say?
All right, second question. What do you do during those 5 minutes? Like, is there a quick round of chess?
He's got to replenish fluids. He's got an IV.
I don't know about your girlfriend, but my girlfriend, her pussy gets sensitive in between that stuff. Like, how do you conquer that?
Man, I mean, to be honest with you,
Lube.
Yeah, lube is a great one. We actually have flavored lube here. It's candy cane flavored lube.
Wait, tilt that sideways. Candy cane is the manufacturer?
That shit right there is good.
Yeah, candy cane, Swiss.
It's water-based, and Woody ain't down with that.
Yeah, it's water-based, but it's got to be water-based.
You only need silicone if you're doing anal.
Right.
Water-based is fine as long as it's not anal.
You know, because I mean, what you got lube. You're having sex with candy cane lube, and it's not water-based, and you go down there. You know what I'm saying?
And this shit tastes delicious. Like literally, you could squirt this in your mouth, and it tastes like a candy cane.
That's the point.
I don't like the candy cane flavor.
Because you can eat it.
No. The one we got is cotton candy. It fucking sucks.
They have other flavors. They have like fruit flavors and
These
stuff.
people make a strawberry kiwi one that's really good too.
That's just like $8 though a tube, in or 8 or 12.
Wings, man.
Listen, you get what you pay for, okay?
Yeah, you get what you pay for, baby. Condoms are expensive too. Condoms are like $1.50.
Yeah, but I can justify a condom. A condom like $18.99 a pack or
wings. Do your
$1,000 kid.
Do your dollar cost averaging, please.
Think about poor Aria, right? Like their freaking arsenal of tools and consumables.
You got to get a second job or some shit,
right? At $2 a pop, guys going through like $6 worth of condoms a day, and
Woody?
He's going through
Woody?
perhaps $2.50 worth of lube.
I'm pregnant.
Hey, let me tell you something.
See, he was trying to cut corners there and he messed up.
Yeah, he cut corners, right? He didn't have the condom budget, and now, trust me on this when I tell you, that's going to be more expensive than condoms.
Well, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I mean, I guess it's well worth it though. And I mean,
what they say the average kid's $720,000 over 18 years.
That's a good amount of money. But I plan on making a lot more than that over the next 18 years. So I mean,
hopefully, because I planned on making a lot of money too when I was younger, and it didn't work.
Really?
Yeah. I planned on being retired on an island at 25, and look where I'm at.
Like Woody when I grow up.
I mean, 25 is a little close, but I mean, I'm putting myself in a decent.
How old are you now?
Great money. Huh?
How old are you right now?
I'm 24.
So what business are you getting into that pays so well?
First of all, I love the stash. I love the stash. Getting into the entertainment business.
Wait a minute. Are you getting into the same business that Aria was in?
No, definitely not.
I was going to say at 3 times a day though, like I'm
yeah.
I mean that's a good living right there. But
with your skill set, Jesus, 3 times a day, $1,000 a shot.
I've always heard that the porno guys were busters anyway. You need to go in there and show them how it's done.
Yeah, dude, you could go in there and freaking like.
Funny story. Actually, one of Aria's friends, when she was still in the porn industry, a male performer tried to get me to be in the porn industry, and he literally told me he was like, bro, your ticket into the industry is to lie to everyone and say you're Italian. He's like, girls love Italian dudes. The bitches will be on you. Just that they love you. They will love you. And I'm like, bro, like I'm good. I'm straight. I don't need to explain.
How did he try to recruit you? Did he like catch you in the bathroom at the urinal? Like, damn.
Like, let me see your dick, son.
You're looking good.
Explain to you.
Pretty impressive resume.
The person that we are referencing right now is my friend Ken, and bless his heart, he's one of the funniest people you'll ever meet.
He's
but
hilarious.
He does a lot of drugs, and he's not that bright. So the things that come out of his mouth are not exactly always the most.
So he's like the retarded puppy. Everybody loves him, but nobody wants him.
Damn.
What drugs does he do? I'm curious because I become an expert in a couple of them.
Plenty of drugs. Yeah, cocaine.
Most of them.
Painkillers. Yeah.
Whatever's on the table.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically,
yeah. More times than not. Yeah.
Cocaine and painkillers are the.
You ever do some meth? Yeah, I can do some meth.
I'm sure sure his heart loves that. Like, oh, here's some cocaine. Oh, here's some painkillers.
Yeah.
His heart goes up and down more than Aria's boyfriend.
You know, you're a hardcore drug addict.
Happened.
You're a hardcore drug addict when you have a preference on pain pills.
I mean, I preferred a Norco before an anal scene. I'm just saying.
What's a Norco?
It's 1,000 milligram Vicodin.
It's a rough hands Vicodin, man.
Help you relax a little bit.
In my drawer. Hold on.
I mean, just to get you through the day.
I don't know how big a porn star's dick is compared to those colonoscopy machines, but I'd never want to do that again.
You got a colonoscopy?
Yeah, I had what you call anal polyps when I was a kid. Polyps, yeah. And they didn't know where the bleeding was coming from, so they checked my prostate.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have oxycodone right here. That's a legit drug, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is pretty legit. That will get you fucked up.
I'm not actually a drug addict, though. See, they gave me a ton of them for when I broke my hand.
I heard from the grapevine those were worth $12 a pill.
No.
It came with 30. I bet I've got like 26 left.
Tonight on the 9 o'clock news, Woody's Gamertag arrested drug trafficking.
Woody's Gamertag selling pain pills via PayPal.
And there's kids lining up outside your door. Money whore! Unsubbed! Did it for the money.
YouTube money.
Not enough YouTube money. Gotta traffic those narcotics.
Yeah.
Money.
If I were a real drug addict, that wouldn't be a full bottle. That's not how
You're
it works.
correct.
That's true.
That is correct.
Unless you're a clever drug addict. And you're like, see, look, I'm not a drug addict. See, it's full.
Yeah,
This
you
is
just put the vitamins in there.
Yes, there's M&Ms in there, little placebos.
No. Yeah, people act as if oxycodone is a really pleasurable thing, but that's not how I respond to it, man. It makes me kind of sick and dull.
I took something like that when I hurt my back when I was a kid, and I sat on like the sofa after I took it, and like 15 hours later, I was still sitting on the sofa and didn't realize it.
Oh, that's like Forrest's mom.
I got to the point where I'm like, I want to move, and it's like, "Argh!"
Yo, my uncle is a painkiller like freak. Like he takes painkillers and drinks Jack Daniels with his painkillers.
You gotta amplify that shit, son. Gotta get hypey.
And then
That guy's got hair on his balls.
The synergistic effect, baby.
Dude, and he gave my mom's was like going through some pain with her foot, and like he gave my mom a Norco and was like, here, take this, and he cracked it in half, not telling my mom that it was a time release, so like obviously when you crack it in half, it goes into your system a lot faster.
Oh yeah.
And he gave it to my mom, and literally I was like, Mom, you okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just hanging out. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go run some errands, I'll be back. I literally was gone for like 7-8 hours. I was gone all day. I came back. My mom was in the same position that she was when I left, like just on the couch, just comatose, just straight comatose. Those things are dangerous.
They are dangerous. I've told this story before, so I'll tell it like in fast forward. When I had my wisdom teeth out, I was like 20-something, 22.
Oh, God, I have a wisdom tooth story when you're done.
Okay, my wisdom teeth surgery did not go smoothly, and some people are fine. Like on the other side of the weekend, they'll have it done Friday. They're at work on Monday. Everything is cool. Not me. For 3 weeks, I was on painkillers, and coming out of it, like I felt the pull. It was as if I was less satisfied with life off painkillers, and while a week or two later, I was kind of over it. I can see how, like, maybe people who take, like a pro athlete who takes it all football season, man, if you take that stuff for 9 months, I can totally understand how people get seriously stuck.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. I was moving and I fell and bashed my elbow and sort of got like bursitis in the elbow. Really painful, and I ended up with Vicodins. And so I still had a job, I still had to go to work, I still had to do my day, and it wasn't enough where I couldn't function, but it was enough where I had this nice little warm feeling in my tummy, and I just sort of went about my day, and everything just seemed to flow a little bit easier. And then when they were gone, it was like, wow, that was kind of a fun week, but probably not a road to go down.
I don't know if you've seen them, but I do these videos on, like, I did cocaine stories and heroin stories so far. And
your cocaine stories video really confused me. I didn't know whether or not you were telling kids to do drugs or telling them to stay away from from
A
drugs.
lot of people said that, and I'm like, how can this be viewed as a pro-cocaine? It was like, I don't know. That one got age-gated as inappropriate for kids. I'm like, this is an anti-drug message, and people walk away like, damn, cocaine feels good.
I might go check it out.
Back on topic, it seems like a drug is more dangerous when it has the impact that Chaos Math just said. Like, it makes me warm in my tummy. It just makes me kind of happier. I'm still able to function. As a matter of fact, I function even a little bit better. Like, I'm more pleased with life and the way that things are going.
Yeah. Shit didn't bother me as much. You know, just, whatever. It's okay.
When you're on, a Vicodin in your case, or heroin has a similar kind of, like, wellness warm bath over you, it's like it's more dangerous than like an acid trip, right? Like an acid trip, I haven't done acid, but everybody knows when you're on acid, you're not functioning right. You're sure as hell not driving. You're not doing that at work. You are clearly out of your mind on an acid trip.
Your pupils are, you get big giant animal eyes.
Right? If you're on an acid trip, then you are just going through some sort of psychedelic brain journey. Yeah. But when you're on heroin or Vicodin, like you explained, and it's just sort of a wellness, happiness, warmth of glow on you, that's more dangerous because you can like do it longer and get sucked into it deeper before you realize the problem.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could totally understand how people could just say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna keep doing it."
And you build up a tolerance really, really, really quick. Like I've had two kind of experiences like that. One was from my wisdom teeth, but that was more or less a horror story. I don't respond well to anesthesia at all. Like when I come out of it, I get really, really violent. I go into like this weird phase where I don't know what I'm doing. Like, because when you first wake up out of anesthesia, like you're not there yet. It takes a little while for your brain to kick back in and for your body to understand what's happening. And when I came out of anesthesia from my wisdom teeth, I apparently went home, and my mother thinks this story is like the most terrible yet funniest story in the world.
She's told it to me about 5 times.
So I get home, and I was 16 at the time.
Yes.
I was 16, and I was going through my little goth phase, my whatever you want to call it.
The world is so much pain.
Crazy.
Angst, teenage angst.
The Smashing Pumpkins phase.
So I get in the bathroom and I'm like, I want to pierce both sides of my lip. I can't feel my face. This feels like an opportune time to pierce both sides of my lip. So I took 2 like huge, gigantic like sewing safety pins and shoved them through both sides of my mouth, literally like ripped out pieces of like my inner lip. And like there was just blood everywhere, all over the bathroom, all over the sink, all over me. My bathroom looked like a murder scene. And when I finally came to, when I finally came to, it was terrible because like I was already laying in my bed and like I had fallen asleep, and my mom like left the safety pins in my face, like she didn't know what to do. So I wake up with 2 of these huge safety pins on either side of my lip, and like there's just blood everywhere. It was awful.
Sounds like your mother was a very caring parental unit.
Yeah, her mom's like, she'll be good. Forget it.
She was not always the motherly type per se.
So do you have scars from this event?
Better now. Yeah, I do. Like if I like smile a certain way or do certain things with my mouth, you can still like see where the 2 needles were.
Wow.
Nice.
I can't really do it on command though. But my second story, I was a gymnast for 13 years and I slipped a disc in my back. So I was on Norcos for a really, really, really long time because you don't really recover from that anytime soon. And like once they finally tried to get me off the painkillers, I just kept getting sick. And like they kept me on them because they didn't know how to make me not get sick when I was getting off of them. So finally it just got to the point where I quit myself and went like cold turkey on it and just went through like the sickness. And for 3 weeks I thought I was going to die. Like I thought my life was going to end.
I stopped listening after Gymnast. What's your boyfriend's name again? What's his name?
His name is Forrest. His artist name is EQ.
Forrest, you are dating a gymnast porn star? Internet high five.
That wants to go at least 2 rounds every time. Gymnast porn star.
Yeah.
I mean, blessed is the word that I like to use.
Can we get a round of applause for Forrest here? Just
Thank you.
Golf clap, golf clap.
Thank you. Let me take that out. Thank you.
Ah, Forrest, you son of a bitch. We all hate you.
Living the life.
Class.
Oh, we had our glory days, Woody. We gotta let the young bucks come.
Well,
up.
I was about to give you the advice. Like when I've had family members that had to get off pain pills before, and what we did is you basically stay at a family member's house, and they pretty much lock you in a room, and don't give you anything but food and water.
That sounds awesome.
Dude,
not
the
fun.
whole chat is just clap, 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 clap. There are thousands of people applauding you for what you have going on right now.
Yeah, but
And you know what?
the older of them are like, you son of a bitch.
And
so-
one of them typed in, wow,
I'm flattered
what is a
and honored.
dick. What did I do
You know-
in the last minute that was jerky? Was it this, like, what was that nothing but complimentary?
Let me be a jerk when you realize this, that Forrest might be getting some later tonight after Painkiller Already.
I mean, very, very much so. Very much.
Look at him, straight up. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I ain't
3
playing.
times.
I'm gonna go downstairs and pour me a nice fat drink with some vodka.
For those of you who would like to follow Forrest on YouTube, he also has a channel with his music, and I
Yes.
put it in the lower third.
All right.
Oh, the lower third.
Wait,
Let's
I'm
hear
gonna
some
put you in
poetry.
the
It says keys to
foreground.
poetry. Let's hear one.
Yeah, keys to poetry, man. Yup. And then I just followed Woody. I'm trying to
Self-promote,
find-
motherfucker. Let's hear one.
You want to hear a record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop
I
it.
mean, am I busting something right now?
Bust it.
While it's hot, preferably.
While it's hot.
What? In the whitest way possible. Yeah, bust it while it's hot, ideally.
Ideally, you want to drop
I mean,
it while
you're
it's
right now spitting
Yes.
to your core fan base,
Don't.
white kids.
What you want to do at this moment is drop it while the temperature is still at its max.
whilst
Hey,
the temperature
universe
is the
has a name.
hottest.
Oh, you want to? Oh, just play that.
Don't
All
bring
right.
me no absolute zero flow, son. I need something like the sun. I need it radiating.
Oh, he turned the hat around.
Oh, hell.
That's what
You
happens
got to
when
clean
you
a
get in the
chimney.
zone. Midnight City, when the grass is green and the girls are pretty in the midnight city. When the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, and the girls are pretty in the midnight city. Yeah, sunset after sundown. Good kush, I ain't about to come down. Nuh-uh. In the midnight city with a chick real pretty, about to do why did he like? Supper club on the late night. Baby Dre's if it looks right. We can hit them all, buy a bottle everywhere, girl. We can drink them all. Eyes in the city lights. You know you looking real pretty like. Equal Eyes told me show your girl the Cali life. Now I did, now that girl is with me every night. So we can take a top back. Hair flying, so I gave the girl my fitted cap. To the crib for the nightcap. Ain't another feeling like a top that. Where the grass is green and the girls are pretty in the midnight city. Where the grass is green and the girls are pretty in the midnight city. Where the grass is green, the girls are pretty in the midnight city. One time. Hey, midnight's when I come alive. Let's find a few girls, take them all for a ride. And if you act right, mama, then maybe you can spend the night. Cause it's my city, and I got night vision. Looking for bad bitches and money, making decisions. When I'm on the prowl, there's no telling what is going down. I don't think you get it. It's my world, you just living in it. You wanna go to the club and pop some bottles above, you better show me some love. Cause it's my time, millionaire in the making, steady trying to save my lifelines. So you see the city, the place that taught me all I know. Let go, I'm in the midnight city. Where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Hey!
There it is.
AC and JoJo going hard in the motherfucking paint.
Axl Rose is coming after you, though, bro.
Yeah, you can't be doing Axl Rose like that. He'd be ripping you.
Hey, I'm up to a challenge.
Oh, dude, you can punk
Dude,
that.
he'll back out. He's a punk. He's a pussy.
Yeah, you
son.
can whack him. You can whack him in his bloated ass now. He's
His bloated.
Bloated ass.
yeah,
He threw some Chinese democracy on your bitch ass.
he's fucking. Yeah, in 10 years. It'll just take
Yeah,
him 10
you get an
years.
ass will become a 10 years from now.
Yeah, he's gonna come after you in like 12 years, dude. You better watch out.
So I think my phone has not stopped vibrating. I think I just got like 40 new subscribers. So I owe all of you guys my life.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All bills paid, motherfucker.
every single last one, motherfucker.
He started out, I'm like, man, he might not be a rapper, he might be an excellent hype man.
No, that was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it's better than Lil Wayne.
Hey,
That's my barometer.
I take that as a huge compliment.
Yeah, it ain't a huge compliment. I mean, but it,
Oh God, he was playing.
don't big up the compliment here.
Not Wings' highest compliment that he dishes out.
Wings is the king
Lil Wayne,
of
man.
compliment by soft praise. He's the compliment. He is the king of compliment by soft praise. And well, at
Backhanded
least you don't
compliment.
suck as much dick as Lil Wayne. At least you don't.
You could clearly run across stage without falling on your ass.
Hey, you'll never catch me doing that. You heard it first on PKA. I will never fall off stage.
You're very you got a lot of dexterity, right?
Yeah, my dick keeps me weighted down to the ground.
It's like
It's
it's
a
gravity
low
up
center
and
of
down.
gravity because that shit drops down by his ankles.
I mean, because I'm 6'3", you know, so I gotta have something that keeps me.
So
grounded.
are you a member of the Elephantitis Club?
Yes, yes.
That implies that your balls are large,
Mandingo.
not necessarily your penis.
Hey, everything is big in the Elephantitis Club.
Mandingo. It's the go upstairs. I give you the Matumbo, the Matumbo Club.
Imagine what Matumbo's packing. Good lord.
I don't want to do that. No.
We're talking about the basketball player Mutombo, right?
Yeah, Dikembe Mutombo. I do not want to think about Dikembe
Yeah, I'm
Mutombo.
all set
in
with
the
imagining
show.
it.
Imagine
Good.
what Matumbo is packing. Good lord.
That's something that'll keep you from coming next time. Just think.
Well, that's right.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks. She gave me.
That's the fireworks and that's the ammunition, son.
I moved
Never had
from
the cash.
math and spatial, reasoning to Dikembe Mutombo's unit. His
He's
junk
thinking
and
about
my
the Denver
feelings of
Nuggets and the
inadequacy
plowing train here.
will make me last longer than ever. That's,
We are talking about the Dikembe Mutombo's member right now.
we are, and we are
Alright.
praising it. It
I
is
respect
surely one of the 7 great wonders of the world.
I respect.
Do we got proof that Dikembe Mutombo's packing like a heater?
He's gotta be. What, you
He's
think the guy has
7'2".
a long torso, long arms, long legs,
And
long
he's
neck,
African.
big head, and a small junk? No
And he's
way.
like straight African. He's like
Hold on.
not even American.
Yeah.
Like not African.
Yeah, but see
American.
that's the disadvantage being straight African.
He's a tribesman. He's like
No, hold on. They don't hand out small cocks to guys named Dikembe Mutombo, Maplando, Mukamba, Jean-Jacques Wamutombo. That's his actual name.
But you want the American breed black guy for the big cock.
What? You think
Wait,
Americans have the biggest junk?
No, the American breed black guy because
big
what
black guy for the
I know what Wings is trying to say,
back
but
in
Wings,
slavery you had what you called you took the best of the best and you let them mate, and that's
breeding.
how
That's called breeding.
it's breeding, selective breeding. Yeah,
natural selection.
natural
You know,
selection. Yes.
AKA Darwinism.
But it wasn't strict
What is
Darwinism. It was
Darwinism for 1200?
I think Wings is complimenting black people in a racist way.
Don't even put that voodoo on me, motherfucker.
no.
I just dodged this shit all day this week.
I know what Wings is trying to say, and it's
It-
not
it-
racist.
it-
It's
it's not
sadly
racism.
true. It's sadly
It's not
true.
racism. It's the truth. What it is like slave owners would take their best slaves and mate them in hopes to have a better worker, the next child or the next
You're right.
generation.
At
You're
the
right,
risk
like-
of sounding racist, I'm almost going to jump
No,
in
I
here.
mean-
And
I
I
mean-
think there was also, like, when they kidnapped them from Africa, I think they would try to get the ones that were the most desirable. The ones? The people?
No, actually, Woody, what happened is the tribes would sell them what they wanted. Like the black people would sell the slaves to the white man, and then they'd ship them overseas and they'd sell them again.
In my school, they taught us that they, like, kidnapped them in the dark of night.
It didn't work that way. I
Black
mean,
history
think of
students
how
all
many
over the
slaves were there. There was obviously a trafficking department in Africa.
Huh.
Oh yeah, there were.
You think they went over there and stole thousands and thousands of men? Are like, oh, this kid right here is going to be a good worker.
I actually, yeah, that's what they taught us, and I never questioned it. Like, I thought they literally, like, raided, I'm picturing, like, an African village of some sort, and people would come in with superior numbers and the element of surprise, grab some men, take them
You're
away.
talking about attacking tribes. Yeah, like all right. Obviously, they had the magic boomsticks, but the fact is, they still had spears and they had fighting will and they fought like lions and shit. These were hardened warriors. You're not going to go out there without losing a couple men.
And
Most definitely, but I mean, like for a long time, like black people were afraid of white people. So like when obviously you're right. I mean, it wasn't like every single slave was captured and was taken against their
No,
will.
they would.
A lot of times they were promised things like a new life. They were told about all these great things they were gonna have over in this.
No. They might have got problems like white man. Like, look here, I give you this much rubies, I give you this much guns, you give me these many men.
Right.
They get that, they go and sell them.
Boom. But you're right. There is like a lot of like breeding that went on too, like with some of the slaves and the slave owners obviously choosing, because like for me, like dark people make fun of me all the time, and Crystal can attest to this.
Oh God.
My girlfriend can attest to this. I be made fun of all the time by black people, and Aria can tell you, because they call people like me, they call us house niggas, like, because I would have worked in the house. Like, I'm light-skinned, I would have been inside folding clothes and doing dishes and all that.
Worst, I feel they also call me a house nigger, and it hurts my feelings.
Woody, you can't put the ER on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it!
It has to have an A or an AZ only.
But it's okay, because I give you a hood pass. You have a hood pass.
He's doing the 8 thoughts thing. Like, he give a black guy $20. Like, yeah.
I swear to God, I'm normally so careful. Like, I don't drop the N-bomb ever. I just try to use.
It's obvious you don't drop it ever.
I really
It's
don't know
quarter
what I'm
black,
doing
and I don't
here.
really ever
Woody-
say it, so don't feel bad.
Woody, how
All
does
right.
your foot taste? What are you wearing today? How does it taste?
Just
in that mouth
for
of
the
yours?
record, Forrest gave me a what kind of pass was it?
Hood pass.
A hood pass.
Yeah, it's a hood pass.
So haters, back off. I have a
Yeah,
hood
look at
pass
hood
right
pass,
now.
motherfucker. I have a question. Is that like a punchable card? Is it like if you eat this many times at this restaurant, you get a free
Matter
sub
of
or
fact,
something?
I got my hood pass. Hold up.
Is it like a punchable card?
It basically just means that you have enough black people around you to where if it ever slipped out of your mouth, you won't
be
get your
alright.
ass
Hey,
beat.
let me go get my hood pass.
You just tell them, yeah, it's like that. You know,
Wings is going to get his gun. I'm calling it right now. Wings is going to come back with his gun.
He's gonna come back with his gun.
I swear to God, he's going to do it.
Oh, I didn't
want-
put the camera on me.
Oh,
there it
we
is.
go.
That's
mine.
nice.
There it is. See,
Yep.
I'm all set.
You're all good. You're all good.
By the way,
All you have to do is tell him that I sent you. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
All right. Yeah, Forrest sent me. I apologize, but yeah. The whole. I've also been called. Is there some nicer way to say?
Like,
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'm a very very light skinned black guy, and
yes.
they make fun of me for my lack of hood cred.
Fair enough.
well, now you have the means with which to combat that, Woody.
Yes. Now I have a hood pass.
I want
So-
60K subs when Wings comes back with his gun, calling it his hood pass. Come on.
Where wings?
All right, let's see it. The fuck is that?
Oh, let's see here.
Oh, is this the? What is it?
Look, is that a young wings of redemption?
Yeah.
What-
you read it?
Oh wow.
Housing
Oh,
authority.
is that you live in a
Oh.
ghetto? Is that a project?
That's a project. That's when I grew up when I was a kid. Get a certification card.
You have
Wow.
They
Wow.
gave
Wow.
you papers living at the project?
That is a hood pass. That's a hood
That's a hood pass. Complex Holt
Yeah.
Barnes,
That is a-
2313B.
That is a literal hood pass.
Just
Yeah,
so
like,
that you know,
literally.
you don't need like a hotel room key card to live in the projects. But
No, this was because so many kids were getting kidnapped where I lived at.
oh, fair enough.
what?
No. All right, yeah. He just stood everybody up right there. Like he could have got snatched.
Wings, can you show me your hood pass again?
Yeah.
Wings.
I just want to show you. Wings' hood pass makes my hood pass look like a regular piece of paper.
That you just wrote hood pass
But a
on.
regular piece of paper is
I know it's almost like you wrote it.
Yeah, people think I made up that I grew up in the projects. Now I eat government cheese, fucking Captain Crunch with water in it.
I was eating government block cheese, sucker.
Big old blocks of shit, son.
Big old block.
Motherfucking peanut butter that didn't have the crunch option.
I know that Wings grew up in the hood because he literally said it like the black people say it, which is no V. He said government cheese.
Government. No
Government
frills,
cheese.
bitch. No frills, bitch.
Post no bills.
No bill. Oh snap.
Oh,
Hood. Church.
Wings, honestly, I thought you were going to come back with your gun. I lost that bet. I'm no longer going to get 60,000.
No subs for you.
No sub. No
I got
subs.
guns right there. I don't need to go out the side to
Take the
get a
sub
gun.
Nazi on you.
Is Woody okay?
I was looking for my I don't know.
Your hood pass, you lost it already?
Pass. I have my college ID somewhere around.
Yeah, where's your cul-de-sac pass?
Yeah, my cul-de-sac pass. It was
You got
going
the
to say
golf pass, Woody?
Drexel University or something like that. You know, my cul-de-sac pass.
Get the cul-de-sac pass out.
Somewhere I have my fraternity ID card.
My phone just got 450 emails.
Hey, I'm gonna do it like the rappers. Like, I'm eating good now, niggas. I'm eating good.
With all the Starkies.
No, do like Seti Boo and pull out like $12.
Yeah,
Show them your stacks. Show them your stacks.
Look at all this cake.
Yeah.
Look at this cake.
Call me anything but broke.
Those are all
these cake.
singles, Wings. You have a bunch of singles and a 5 there.
That's
You
Seti
will make
Hey,
some
if you
stripper
didn't
very
make
happy.
Woody, I'll be a man.
This is my favorite piece of fan mail, I think. It has my picture on it from PKA.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my god.
You should just get the perspective right so that you can do a whole show with that picture hanging in front of your face.
Right. Just
Cut the
leave
mouth
this
out.
here and
Cut the
pretend
mouth
I'm
out and
talking
paste
the
it
whole
over your
time.
face.
There it is. That's just me talking.
That's just me talking.
The Wings calls me racist.
I'm not racist. You're racist, Lefty.
How am I?
You
No,
racist against white people.
You like
He isn't
racist, right?
Lefty isn't racist.
Damn right. Thank you, Forrest.
You're welcome. I know a racist when I see one.
Very good.
Trust
No,
me,
but here's the funny part. Wings put out that video, whatever it was called originally.
like.
and
Why I
What
like
I-
racism.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right after I had a video scheduled to publish that was entitled "Wings is a Good Guy, True Story" or "Wings is a Great Guy, True Story." Right after that,
Yeah, but
his
that
went
video
up.
came off like one of Woody's videos where it's like you just misunderstood. He didn't keep people to be on drugs. My idea was like I'd rather a person be upfront about the racism so I know where they stand and somebody be a motherfucking flip-flopper like Mitt Romney and be a closet racist.
I love being called a racist. I actually now think it's the funniest shit on earth.
Actually, the one time she was called a racist when I wasn't around, I
The
actually wish I was
one
there.
time.
I actually wish I was there, but a black person called her a racist.
You
And
racist, son, Shawty.
I kind of just wish I could have came out and been like,
So
Here's
I'm-
my hood
I'm-
pass.
yeah, do
I'm
we have
curious,
a problem?
Forrest, what is your nationality? Do you have 2 black
Looks
parents?
Puerto Rican.
No, it's
Racist.
I've gotten Puerto Rican a lot.
Half
My-
black,
yeah,
half English.
Yeah, my dad's family is European, and my mom's family is black.
I'm
literally-
also half English. I'm half English and half Irish. So
I'm 100% fucking German.
You and I are brothers. Can I call you brother?
brother.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a separate
dude.
pass. You need another pass for that. You got one for the invite.
Between my
Get your bro
my
pass.
hood pass that I've been recently granted and my brother Forrest,
Hello.
I got
Hello,
this on
Sean.
lock.
All right.
Bro, I got it on lock, yeah?
All right, then.
Bro, you're my bro, innit? You're
my bro and I.
That's what
Come
I'm
on,
saying.
then.
I can't really do English accents.
You gotta work on your Cockney. You gotta work on your Cockney.
Gasman can do an
I
English
got Cockney
accent.
for days.
Just watch a lot of Sean Connery, Woody.
Yeah. I was gonna do a whole commentary as like FPS London or something. But
Oh.
yeah, I had FPS London and FPS China all lined up, and then I was like, people are gonna get butt hurt.
They would too. There are
They
YouTube
would.
police out there. There are people who criticize me for using my face on my thumbnails, and they say that I copied other people.
You
And I'm
copied
like,
me. I was doing that before you,
What?
Woody.
You were using my face, you son of a bitch.
Yes, I was.
Was that the raw
So
instant?
did you.
It's like those people that cry about when you used to put other commentators' names in the titles of your tags.
Oh, that's still taboo. I don't do that.
I know
I'll do
somebody.
that in a motherfucking heartbeat, son.
I
Well,
still
now you
see
can
that.
do whatever you want because tags are private. So
Yeah.
You know, someday tags won't be private again. I predict, and
then you're
people
gonna
are gonna get outed for having my name in their tags or white boy's name or something like that.
I used to see that all the time. People just every big commentator's name all over the tags, and then maybe COD after that. maybe.
I have the
Yeah.
worst tags on YouTube.
That was one of the things that Raw Instinct did. He put T-Mart's name in his tags.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty-
that was so.
You think he's ever going to do another video, or you think he's just straight up punked out?
I was just talking to White Boy about him today, actually, and we came to the agreement that we predict he comes back for Black Ops 2. that
To do the same exact thing, though?
that he can come up with commentary ideas.
My phone has frozen because of your show.
Woody, you got his phone
It's
DOSed.
frozen. Wait, it's still vibrating, but it's not lighting up.
We DDoSed his phone. Nice.
Yes.
Well, how you like that, mate?
Oh, there it is. Wait,
Oh.
it came on. I have 56 new emails.
Nice.
No, that is since he checked the other 452
Right.
new emails.
That's since I
Oh.
checked the other 450 about 6 minutes ago.
All right. Oh, now it says Arion and Forrest on the bottom third. That's clever.
I mean, I
Oh.
figured since he's here and contributing,
I mean, and I love her, so
and he loves me.
I mean,
I didn't hear
Find
her
the
say it
word
back.
love.
That's kind of awkward.
she didn't say it back.
Yeah, that's awkward. You didn't say it back. That's awkward. That-
What's it?
You didn't say you love me back.
Of course I love you.
Lefty.
What do you
Now she says it. That's
All right, on camera kiss. On camera kiss.
Oh no, we're gonna end up.
Notch
Dude,
related.
just a kiss, all right?
Yeah,
Settle. I don't want. It's not like a peck. That was not
Listen,
like a wedding
guys.
kiss.
There's not enough time on PKA for us to have sex on camera.
Your camera's not that good either. That's way far back there.
Did we just find a new amateur market?
No, this was already tagged up. You see this on like when you're watching the free porn. This is the shit that pops up.
Pre-porn. I never knew pre-porn existed there, Wings.
4 guys on Google Hangouts watching another couple getting it on. That's free porn for you.
I'm sure there's a lawsuit somewhere in there.
Not if it's consensual.
Nope.
How do
What
I-
if you start
knowledge on us?
What if you start watching the other guy who's watching? Then what happens?
I mean, we can't get into Howard Stern territory yet because we're still tagged to YouTube.
Yeah, I want to tell you, you have beautiful breasts. You have beautiful.
Ooh, that's
You're almost
that's
like
good.
Allison. Allison. Oh, I love Allison.
Whoa.
That's
No.
Howard Stern's wife.
You know what I almost did? I
Huh.
was about to ask Chaos about his mic and his audio setup because I'm curious. But that is like like painkiller mistake number 1. Mic talk.
Come on now. You're like the mic clock blocker, and you're sitting about to make the mistake.
Why does it sound like shit?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It has me curious though because it's on a boom. And for people that don't know, Chaos Math is a music guy. I don't know. Do you play more than the guitar? I think you do, right?
Yeah, everything.
Well, there's kind of a drum set behind him, so
Well, then Chaos Math is my new favorite person.
Chaos Math has skills, man. He can bust out and create and write, and so because of that, it made me curious about like the studio he's got in the background there. But I will not talk about mics because I know how people will stop by my front door and say, "Woody, no more mic talk."
No. I got a tweet from a few people that said we love the microphone talk. Keep it going. So
Yeah, but those are the people that want a YouTube channel and want to know all the dirt.
hold on, I can find it. Oh god, there's so many tweets.
So many tweets about mics.
Oh god, there's so many tweets.
There's so many tweets.
Oh, here it is. From Kevin saying, hold on. All right, hold on. I got to find this.
Dude, well, I'll make it easy for you, dude. I'm just using a Yeti.
All right.
Oh,
Me too.
we got a Yeti over here too.
Yeti.
There it is.
You guys
Yeti
are
mics.
Yetis.
Oh,
It's from-
speaking of your baseballs, my microphone stand.
Oh, that's
Yetis are
Lefty,
great,
back
man.
me up. Dynamic mic or GTFO, right?
You mean condenser?
I think this is a dynamic. Which one's the good one? Condenser.
Condenser.
Well, condensers are technically better, but I mean, if you don't have if you're pulling a lot of power, if you've got a lot of extension cords and you've got a bad power strip, that it might be better just for dynamics. Dynamics though get a lot of interference from like RF energy from like cell phones and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean a condenser mic you want because it's got the best range. It's going to compress it better for you. It's going to get better signal.
And this is from Kevin at NerdGX Alpha. I almost didn't said something that I needed a hood pass for. At Wings, at Lefty, at Woody. I only watch PKA for the mic talk.
Wow.
What? That's 1 hour ago too. 1 hour ago.
I have a guy who's asking me to deep throat my mic, But this thing, God, I would be.
I'd like to see the attempt.
I would be
That
Heather
doesn't
if I
seem-
could do
That
that.
doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem fair.
Attempt.
It's a good mic you got, man. I use Shure mics for my drums.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this mic. Every so often, I get a fool and his money. Like I get the shocking mics. And I think,
Don't tell me about it.
they'd be better.
You
Keep
need
telling
this.
yourself that, Woody. Keep telling
I just dropped like $1,200
I
on
saw
the
the lower
desk.
third there.
Forrest, what are you saying?
I saw that lower third there. That's cute, Woody.
Better than
what
bed
is
than force.
I forgot I typed that. It was only a minute ago.
Lefty has more subs than Woody.
Yeah, right. He just picked up like 1 million subs by
Yeah.
Wrath on
Yep.
PK.
Chaos
Boom.
may have sub for beats and meat products.
Jeez.
I've been drinking for a couple hours now, so fuck it.
You are slightly more red than when we started this podcast.
Yeah, it's getting hot down here. I think I closed 8 again. I closed
Chaos,
8.
you know what happens when it's getting hot in there? So take
It's
off
getting
all your
hot in
clothes.
here.
I
So
am
take off all your
getting
clothes.
hot. I'm gonna take my clothes
I'll start
off.
showing all my tattoos.
You've been drinking? Get taken. How is it you're almost done that bottle and your shirt's still on? Come on, baby. Do it.
Is that Honey Jack? Is that a
That's
bottle?
the honey Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that's the shit right there.
My son was conceived on a bottle of Honey Jack.
Yes, he was.
Oh no!
Among other things.
Don't ever
Among
tell him
other
that.
things.
Don't ever tell him.
So wait,
No,
hold
no,
on.
no,
A guy that can normally go 2 rounds, multiple hours, on top of that, drinking whiskey. Dude, you're killing us over here.
No.
You
The
gotta break
real
out that
question. The
long
real
division.
question is, how many subscribers do you need to name your kid after me?
Man.
All of them.
Yeah.
You know what, Aria? I just want to throw this out there, right? Like I don't want to lock you into or anything, but Woody is a good name for a boy or a girl. Just saying.
How is that a girl name?
Dude, some of the best women in history are named Woody.
Jordy is actually a girl's name, but it works for a boy.
Man.
Woody works for a
Tell you
boy.
guys.
Woody works for a girl. Think of all the great women in history named Woody. For example,
Woody of Ark.
Woody. Right?
For
There was
example.
her.
Woody Harrelson? Woody Harrelson?
Uh-huh.
Woody
There's-
Harrelson?
There's some really fantastic Woodies throughout history.
Woodrow?
Woody from
Wilson?
Toy Story.
Yeah, Woody from
Woody
Toy
from
Story.
Toy Story.
Woody Woodpecker.
Woody
Woody
actually,
Woodpecker.
Woody actually was the nickname of my penis before I discovered that.
What's it now?
You were my friend.
What is it now?
Now, to be completely honest, I'm going with Dikembe Mutombo until further notice.
Tumbo.
What's that
Just
old
Tumbo.
number 55, huh?
Yeah, just Mutombo.
Just Tumbo.
Yeah, Tumbo, that works.
It's Tumbo.
Tumbo, all
That's
right.
how we do. That's how we
That's,
roll.
that's how we do. I like
We
that.
roll, we roll
My
with the
penis
Tumbo.
is named Frankenstein because he rises from the dead.
He's alive.
That's
He's alive.
Witty, that's witty.
I call my shit the root. Slanging the root.
The root.
The root.
Gotta slang the root.
The root down, you're putting the root down.
Gotta go again and get some rotor, get some pipe cleanage.
The root is on fire.
Wings.
We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn. Burn.
I call mine Matchstick Men.
Matchstick man.
There has to be a story behind that.
I call mine Slenderman.
I'm going through the comments in here. One guy has a dick named Incredible Hulk. One guy
Nice.
calls it Chode.
Joe.
One guy thinks it's gay that we help Forrest name his penis.
Pretty gay.
Says the guy that's thought about dudes before, probably.
One guy, best one yet. One guy named his penis the cervix pounder.
Oh, I want to name mine Penix.
I like that.
Penix.
I think
Hot
I've told this
rod?
story before. I've always wanted to have the email of Pussy Destroyer 69 and just sign up for shit like GameStops.
Pussy Destroyer 69.
You know, they always ask you for your email, man. Somebody like, Pussy Destroyer 69!
All right, how long before that's the next big COD YouTube channel? Just throw an HD at the end of it and it's a done deal.
A minute and a half from now,
Pussy
it's
Destroyer
taken.
69 HD 1080.
One of
Films
us
with a
needs to
Z.
go get that right now.
I'm always a fan of Mr. Wang as a name for
Mr. Wang is good.
Mr. Wang,
Mr.
but
Wang.
that implies someone of Asian descent, and
know.
unfortunately, that stereotype is true.
Oh.
Racist.
Racism.
Racism.
That's a. Send your hate mail to Aria Aspen, not me. I just like saying Mr.
Painkiller
Wang.
Already is a standalone program, and everybody is their independent individual.
You know what?
I can't say that. I don't know what too many Asian guys' penises look like, mainly because they blur the motherfuckers out in Japanese porn. Why the hell do they do this shit? Who knows?
It is
I know,
entirely
I know.
possible
You can
that I
shit
have
on a plate,
simply
but you
had
can't show
bad luck with the Asian population.
The reason that they blur it out in Asian porn is that their penis is small and they're keeping it a national secret.
Probably. More than likely.
It's
Well, I
a
think
global
that-
conspiracy.
I think there was a South Park episode
To be
about 10 years
perfectly
out of
fair
that.
and stereotypical, I'd rather have a big brain than a big penis.
I heard a cricket.
Silence.
Yeah,
No,
tumbleweed.
We're
I
all
agree.
processing it. What's better?
I agree. I'd rather have a big brain than a big penis.
Let's
I mean-
let's assume that a big brain translates into a big wallet. In that case, you could have any girl you wanted.
Yeah, right.
Correct.
Big brain.
Yeah, but then
Do you
also have-
think a girl's gonna care what kind of dick she's sucking after she has a shopping spree at Tiffany's?
I mean, most definitely. I mean, because she's gonna go tell all of her friends, like, "Yo, he buys me all kind of shit. Guess what? He's got a small dick."
They say
Look,
I don't
look at
care
Aria.
as long
She
as I
don't give
get
a
some of
fuck.
that shit.
Yeah.
Ari look like she wants a shopping spree at Tiffany's.
Small dick and big diamonds go over just fine with the lady folk.
But see, that's masking the problem at hand, because if you have to buy her a bunch of shit from Tiffany's just to
hide
make
your
up for the fact that you have a small penis, then
Thank you.
obviously you're compensating.
Well, you also could compensate in other areas. You could just buy a really nice glass dildo or nice dildo set, or you could, get some tips on how to eat some pussy. You know,
but think about averages. Like how many women what they want most is a big penis, and then how many women what they want most is bank.
I think more women
more
would
women
rather
want-
have security than a penis.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
more women want bank, most definitely.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, she will get what she wants out of you.
Well,
bank.
let's do this right now. If you had two guys, you have one guy that has a small penis, but he has an Escalade and a huge ass trust fund. And the other guy is broke, doesn't have a job, but he's sitting like this.
What's gonna happen is she's gonna marry.
Who are you
the guy
gonna
with-
pick?
She's gonna marry the guy with a lot of money and hire the other guy to be her pool man.
pool man. There you go.
Oh yeah.
All right, Ariane,
Tumbo
help
the
us
pool
out
man.
here. As the only person who perhaps has a preference on the call, is bigger better?
There is a line to that, because to a certain extent, obviously, like, if it's too big, it's too big. Like, anatomically, there is such thing as too much, and that's just not cool. So there's a limit to that, but obviously,
All right, let's skip this bullshit. What is too big and what is the perfect size?
anything past like 8.5 is kind of pushing it.
All right, what's on the other end of the scale?
I would say, oh man, you're gonna make people cry right now.
Right. Let's hear it. We need to take good shit. Everybody's tuned in now.
Here it comes. All right, center stage. Aria cannot be removed from the mic. What is the minimum length?
Everyone's on pins and needles right now. Like,
Yeah.
please.
You're about to lose all your subs, so be careful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2 out of fear for losing my entire YouTube channel.
Yeah,
right
You're
you
saying
are.
Fox News, son. We asked the tough questions.
You better go low.
No, be honest. Just straight up be
Say-
honest.
2 inches.
Like if somebody whips something out and you're like, oh no, put your pants back on, what would that number be?
I mean, like less than like 3.5 is pretty unfortunate.
Hey,
Oh, she
3.5.
lowballed
Oh,
it.
she lowballed it. Everyone's
lowballed
you're
the
trying
shit
You're
out
trying to
of
keep
that.
your subs.
I was a late bloomer, and I had 3.5 at like 13 years
I had
old.
that's
3.5 at like when I first started noticing how to piss.
Yeah, isn't that like your first
You want me to be
erection?
honest? You want me to be honest? And you know what? If I lose all my subs, Woody, I'm taking over your channel. Anything less than 5 is pushing it.
There you go.
Okay.
5. That's your number.
What about girth?
Chodes.
Anything less than like a Coca-Cola can.
And this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing. Long, skinny penises are the worst ever.
Gotta have a girth.
Ever, because it's
Gotta have it.
painful.
You feel me?
That is
Daps for the
more
girth.
painful. That is more painful than anything. Skinny penises are painful.
Got that
Oh, it's
trunk.
painful.
Wait, this pain that you're talking about is the cervix pounding that we're talking about?
Like,
I like it. Oh, really? Oh, the cervix pounding. Okay.
I don't necessarily know if like the girth factor gives it more like stopping power or something.
Stopping
but
Pro, yes.
there is just, I mean, like, it literally feels like somebody's poking into your internal organs if they have a long, skinny penis. That is the worst on the face of the planet. The worst. I'm sorry if anyone has a long, skinny penis. I don't mean to offend you.
I think, yeah. So Lithuanians, don't be offended.
I'm 100% Polish.
Not personal. Just saying.
But, yeah. Long,
So you rather have a thick 6 than a long 9?
Hell
yes.
yeah. There you go. That's a new
So
song.
so the sweet spot, if for all the penis guys out there, is 6 or 7 with some girth.
Yep.
All right.
That is a good sweet
Maybe
spot.
like a Red Bull can, like one of those, you know. Those...
No, I don't think anybody thick as a damn Red Bull can.
All right. So
No,
so
not a monster can. The tiny Red Bull cans. You know what I'm talking about? The little ones.
gives you wings.
Yeah. And girth on your penis.
Wings.
So hashtag thick 6.
Oh
I
no.
What is
I'm getting tweets about broken Asian hearts.
Oh, so sorry.
Is there too much girth?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
would you consider something like that too much girth?
No.
Such a bullshit.
I mean, let's put something out here for like size preferences.
No.
Okay.
I missed what he was putting out there. What were you?
This is like you hold like your hearing aids and things like
Oh, what I hold my hearing aids thing. All right, yes.
Oh.
Like, I know how big that is.
what would you say this is a pretty good girth? Like I said, like just preferences. Here's a remote control.
I mean, I don't know how big your remote control is.
So just like hypothetically.
So that's like no good.
So that's like no good. If you have to hold your fingers
No
like
good.
this so close
Yeah, right.
together,
And this is
no
like
good.
badass.
If your fingers automatically flare when you're holding it,
Yeah.
that's
Something
bad.
like this would be over the top. And see, this is
You're correct.
Yeah.
And an Nalgene bottle would be
all right.
too big.
Well, you're here. Find something in your room that would be the preferred girth.
My
She's
microphone.
gonna come out with that dildo right
Yeah,
here,
the
baby.
Blue Yeti. There you go.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
No,
you
no.
pull your pants down?
The Yeti mic is a little intense. The Yeti mic is intense.
Yeah, the big pen.
What is Lefty holding up? A pen?
You don't know what I can do with this pen.
Yes.
Goddamn right.
See, I'm sort of worried. Like she calls this too little,
I didn't say it was
but
too
this right here is
little.
like pretty
I
much
said
the
it was
extent
fine.
of a Magnum condom.
Yeah, that thing's pretty hardcore. I don't know.
Like something like
That's
this.
a
would
lot
be
of
the-
sausage. You know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
If
come
you fit a
on.
Magnum, then you're good.
Dude.
Yeah, you're fine.
If you can
So
fit a
it
Magnum,
has to be a Magnum.
I mean, you want to be able to at least fit the Magnum. If you could put the Magnum on and like bend over without the condom just falling off of your schlong, then you good. You know what I'm saying? But like normal condoms,
If you don't have a Magnum, you up to Shit's Creek.
right? I mean, not Schitt's Creek, but you up the creek, yeah.
That's the face of a man that doesn't buy Magnum condoms, right there.
No, the truth is, I've never
how do I-
bought a Magnum, but like I could go on. The thing is, I could fit my freaking calf in a regular condom. I could fit my leg in one.
Right, it's stretchy.
They're really stretchy. So
Dude,
I
a
guess-
regular condom would hurt if you need a Magnum. It does.
they had regular condoms for
I mean,
100 years before
does.
Magnums came
Don't
out.
you?
A regular condom, at least me, a regular condom cuts the blood flow off.
All jokes aside, I get complaints about being extra large. and I don't wear a Magnum. So there might be, like, it could be the girl, right? Maybe my wife just isn't wired for, 2 Coke cans on the end to end. I don't know, but I feel pretty confident that if I was any bigger, it would suck. As a matter of fact, in certain positions, we already have to, like, all right, danger, Will Robinson. If you get you lose your mind here.
I understand that, Woody.
This is the shit I like.
You learn that about each other. Like, that's something that 2 people
just don't put these on
and
backwards.
they figure out,
How did this turn into a cock contest? It happened really fast, but it has. Like, Wings went and got Magnums. Woody's Sequoia.
I'm just saying, like, this right here is cool. This is what you call fire and ice. Don't put these on backwards. They suck if you put them on wrong.
Don't use a fire and ice condom. I have a terrible story about using a fire and ice condom. Don't even try them.
They the bomb, dude.
No, they are not. They are terrible.
You put them on backwards, they suck for both parties, though.
Can we get back to talking about microphones?
Enter code fire and ice.
Hey, you know what's funny, Lefty? I just got a microphone tweet from somebody saying talk about mics.
Enough talk about dicks and cock size. Let's talk about some microphones.
Oh yeah, my microphone is the biggest of the walk.
I don't know. I don't give that up easy.
Yours is a little short there, Woody. You didn't get the masculine size of the Yeti.
I think I'm longer than you. I
podcast quotes. I think
I don't
I'm
know.
longer than you.
Only
I think
insecure
so.
guys need to measure their microphones.
I tell you,
I just
can't
know
tell
my mic
because
is
of
big.
Lefty's bottom third, but he may be the length champion of the podcast.
Because he's the
Notice
quietest.
the color.
Oh, it's black. I got myself a big black plate, and mine has a head on it. Mine is a
He's really got a really good crown.
In this microphone.
Yeah, mine is I'm uncut. It's like a big blunt instrument. Just I'm sure you can't tell without the sound effects.
You got to bring out the dull thing to plow the field up.
With us.
Mm-hmm.
So Thick Six is now trending on my Twitter feed.
There you go.
Mine too.
Six.
Mine
Big
too.
six.
Tell you what, Forrest, I'll put together some beats and I'll call the track Thick Six. We'll get in touch and you can put some rhymes over it.
There you go.
Please, bro. I mean, I'm looking to work all the time, and I mean, if you entitle it Thick Six, I'm gonna open that bad boy up immediately.
You want Thick Six? You got it. You
Slap.
give me a couple weeks. Tell you what, give me contact info. I'll throw you a track.
I will. Let's do it.
Oh
Dude, no, I just got a tweet. Somebody saw my lower third. It says grower, not a shower. And it's this guy that says, grower, not a shower, nice, me too. His name is @Stubbs223.
Stubbs.
Dude, the lower thirds are fun, man. I'm getting a kick out of the lower thirds.
I wish I could use mine.
In our
Why can't you?
Because my fucking Google Hangout sucks ass.
How can yours be different than ours?
Ass.
How can
Wait,
yours
I
be
don't think
different?
I don't think anything works on your computer. You just need to uninstall everything and then reinstall it.
Everything.
Battlefield doesn't work. Battlelog doesn't work. Steam is shaky.
That's because they haven't called up with my computer and technology.
Wings, man, the problem, I want you to work on Google Hangouts more than 30 minutes before the show.
Yeah. What he said.
Exactly what he
Look
said.
at him. He's just so cold busted. Wings is like, just, if I could edit your lower third, it would say cold busted right now. It would just be like, yeah.
I don't know how to fix it. I mean, like, there's nothing I haven't tried before that I wouldn't just try again over and over again.
Sometimes that's what it takes.
Oh, somebody made the channel Pussy Destroyer 69 HD.
Wow.
Like, if I click lower third right
There you
now,
go.
it goes to loading and just hangs there.
Well, when you get partnered, I want all your money.
I always thought, what is it like if with people with those outrageous gamer tags when they have a job like at an office and they're like, oh yeah, like I play Madden online. Like, what's your gamer tag? That's like, Rump Buster 69 420.
Like, dude, that'd be just like, dude, I'll text it to you, bro. I'll text it to you. I'll text it to you, bro.
Like, oh yeah, well yeah, we got an office Madden league or an NHL league here. So do you
It's
want
like
to sign up? What's your gamer tag? Oh, it's I banged your mom 420.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that all the time. I'll be playing. I'll get like, hey, Chaos, are you a faggot? And I look and it's like the microphone sound is coming from like MILF Dodger 1923 or something like.
A MILF Dodger? Why would we dodge a MILF, son?
Because they're trying to get that young love.
You can get some young MILFs. The MILFs ain't got an age tag to it.
Hey, I'm 23. I like to consider myself young.
Hey, let me tell you something. She is a MILF, though.
Dog, look here. Aria's like 4 years younger than me. And that's a
Aria's
MILF.
pre-MILF, dude. I'm not giving her credit until that baby's born.
Instead of pre-MILF.
Yo, you're not quite a MILF yet, but you're on your way. You know you gonna get there, girl.
You got MILF
Crazy
potential,
how he
woman. You
kicks
got
out.
MILF potential.
I want to see how those tats look when you hit 35, 40. That will talk.
Yeah, the tramp stamps.
Hey,
The 50.
I'm willing to still think that
Hey, to tell you, 35 ain't old. I mean, like, girls look good till about 53 in my book. After 53, they kind of tailor off.
Hey, if they're down a pound, I don't care how old they are.
down.
So if, if
right.
blowjob Betty happened to be like a 78-year-old with no teeth, you'd be out for it.
Good.
Right.
She doesn't have teeth? Awesome.
Next YouTube channel is Down to Pound Films with a Z at the end.
Oh yeah, I've already updated my lower third. that's a must-have.
Down to Pound.
thick six and down to pound.
Yeah.
Hey, I've gotten so many thick six tweets in a matter of minutes. It's not even funny.
Dude, it's gonna be fun. Seriously, we'll collaborate and make a track. Thick Six gonna blow up.
I'm so down.
Attention.
Can you say YouTube money?
So down. And I'll shoot a video for it and everything. We'll get Chaos Math in the background. Throwing up the number 6 real quick. In the bag with a poster. 6, boom.
What you know about six?
6 digits, motherfucker.
What you know about 6?
6 baby.
There it is.
Blow. How you like me now?
All right. I've updated my lower third. Enjoy.
It's like
see it,
Wings of
let's see it.
Redemption.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Yo, Wings of Redemption. Wings of Redemption.
Is that the Wings gang? I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, throw up the Wings gang signs.
Yo, you down?
This is
Be down.
the Woody one. See, it's a W. That's
Woody
the Woody
one.
gang
Look at
sign.
the pinky. The pinky's over
Woody,
here like
baby.
having a convulsion. Woody, can
Yeah,
you do that?
I'm not that. I'm actually a freaking pro at this, huh? Gobble, baby. Gobble.
Oh.
And you do 2 at a time.
That's badass.
Well, I'm really drunk. I'm getting drunk. This is fun now.
Hey, Woody,
I'm just drunk enough to have a good time now. Go on, darn it.
I noticed I'm like a fucking chameleon now. I'm like almost the same color as the walls behind me. So.
You don't want that
Red, you want the red.
That had to be a woman painted that room. I hate to tell
What?
you. A woman had to have painted that room.
Women don't paint walls burgundy, bro.
They picked the colors out.
Women don't paint walls burgundy, bro.
He's done surreptitiously mixing the Maker's Mark in. Now he's just
Did he
taking
get
pulls.
DDoSed, or is he drinking forever?
Oh, he's taking
fine.
slugs. He's taking
Look at
slugs
that.
from
Look at
Maker's
that.
Mark.
The man is.
Or from
Oh,
the
he's
town.
In
unfrozen
quotes,
now.
did he just get DDoSed or is he drinking forever?
Not me.
Were we sounding like robots to you, or was that all good?
No, I didn't see any lag.
Oh,
I'm seeing it now. Maybe that's just lag.
who
I don't
knows?
have. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully the douchebag.
People are tweeting me to ask area questions. How about no?
Oh, man.
Hey,
Somebody wants to know cut or uncut.
Yeah,
Hey,
cut her
Lefty,
This is
uncut.
obviously cut.
somebody just tweeted me to ask you about your keyboard, Lefty.
Razor Black Widow.
I think we need to exchange Twitter handles because I'm getting
Yes.
tweets about Aria, you're getting tweets about me. It's a Black
I
Widow,
think-
Razor Black Widow Ultimate.
I think you're
Black
right.
Widow, son. Best keyboard.
Yep.
Das,
Because
baby,
it sounds like
das.
this.
Because it sounds like this. Yes. The one
I don't-
that lights up all blue and colory and such.
I am sorry. I don't have a try-hard keyboard.
Oh,
Try hard keyboard.
I'm really happy with my desk. As a matter, it's really about the springs under it. I think mine are cherry blue. They're the clicky cherry kind, and I'm happy with that. I've also have a buckling spring keyboard that I like okay, but I think I've developed a preference for the cherry blues over the buckling spring.
Yeah.
I don't know what
makes
damn
sense.
thing you just said.
Cherry
Me
bucklings.
either.
Cherry bucklings sounds like.
See, he's on another level than us.
I'm a keyboard connoisseur. So, you know, outside of just gaming, I've also been a computer programmer for like 20 years. So I have developed a lot of keyboard preferences.
I would say if anyone has a keyboard fetish, it would be a programmer.
Yeah.
That's beast mode, though. I like that.
Wow, somebody already took the YouTube channel down to pound films and down to pound HD.
Oh yeah, they're getting.
I'm like a YouTube channel generator tonight.
You know what, though? I checked, and it seems like Sexy Vanilla Freshness is open.
Sexy
Vanilla Fresh.
That's my stage name. What the hell y'all going on about?
Hey, Wings, were you the one who said the thing about the fire and ice condom? Was that you?
Yes,
Yeah, that was me. I got some right here. You need some?
No, dog. There's a terrible story.
Let's hear it.
For all the gentlemen who've ever thought about using fire and ice condoms, please don't.
You may be allergic to them.
No, check it. This is a real story. So before me and Aria were dating, I was living in the same house as her. We were living in this house, and I invited this girl over, and the homie told me, he was like, "Bro, you gotta try these new condoms. They're fire and ice condoms."
Was this Ryan?
No, it wasn't Ryan. Of course it wasn't Ryan. And I was like, I mean, I don't see what the big deal is, but okay. I refused to buy them, so the homie actually gave me a couple and was like, here, whatever. And I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. First of all, if your friend ever gives you condoms, that's a little weird. But
How's
anyways,
that weird?
It's just like, it's like a man thing. Like
No. He's trying to help his boy out, make sure you don't get AIDS and shit.
I mean, I appreciate the goodwill. And you know what I'm saying? Like the charity.
He's like, son, if you're going to pound some pussy, make sure you do it legit. Here you go.
It was just kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Is it weird if your dad gives you condoms? I'm not sure if that's
very weird because that's your dad.
You know, what's even weirder if your dad gives you condoms and they don't fit?
That's a little strange too.
You can just stop at your dad gives you condoms and
yeah. So my friend gave me these fire and ice condoms, and like this girl came over, like we're hanging out, whatever. We ended up like getting ready to have sex, and I put the condom on. Literally within the first 60 seconds, like I bullshit you not, it felt like somebody had put icy hot on my dick. Like
that's what it's supposed to feel. You put it on backwards.
Why would you ever want to put icy hot?
You put it on backwards.
No way.
Yeah. Don't judge me and my icy hot fetish.
No.
I'm not judging you.
And this is the kicker. This is the kicker. In bondage scenes, they put icy hot on your vagina as a method of torture.
Ouch.
Yeah, but the fact is he put the condom on backwards. There's two sides of it. The ice part goes to the girl and makes your penis feel harder, while the hot part goes to the penis and makes her feel wetter.
I put it on the way I was supposed to put it on, and
backwards?
it ended up feeling like I had icy hot. Literally,
I'm gonna bow to Forrest as a man who knows how to put a condom on. Like I think this is his core competency.
You found to the kid that he has a girl pregnant.
Okay, good counterpoint. Forrest, you don't know shit. Why are we taking condom advice from you and your pregnant girlfriend?
If I could counter a counterpoint, my pregnant girlfriend told me not to use a condom.
That's true.
There you go.
Aria, what were you thinking?
Never
That's how
use
you make babies.
Told me to never use condom.
Well, listen. I was on birth control.
Yes.
It apparently decided to take a day off.
On the day that I decided to do a bunch of rails in some Jack Daniels honey whiskey.
Is a rail cocaine?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Oh, Dr. Disrespect does not approve.
Drugs are bad. Catch my drift.
Wow.
Yeah, Matthew, look like a different person.
I lost my train of thought at the rails. Something.
Woody's having flashbacks now.
baby.
Like, oh my god.
What?
No, it's 69. We did so much cocaine.
I'm crying.
What were we talking about? The guy, and she said, "Oh! I wanted to know. Did you take your pills reliably?"
I was on the shot. There was no unreliability.
It's the one that sits under the skin, right?
What?
We did the shot, my wife and I. This is like a long time ago, before our first kid. And apparently, after the shot, if you try for kids, it's supposed to be like a year and a half before you can expect to have one. And for us, it was like 2 weeks later, and we like the whole time we wondered, like, how fertile was she? Were we dodging the bullet all this time? Yeah.
That's
Oh,
wild.
Yeah.
I got totally bonked by the universe. My wife had gone to see her OBGYN, and she was like 29, and she said, "Oh, well, you've got this tipped uterus, and you better start trying if you want to have kids."
That's bullshit. I have a tilted uterus, and
well, it is bullshit. So hear this out. You fucking see how bullshit it was. You're gonna hear how bullshit it was. So we had a plan. She was in college. I had this plan. All right, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna finish school. Blah 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 blah. Here's the arc. So anyway, long story short, she says you better start trying now because it's probably gonna take like 3 or 4 years. So of course she was like, we got to start trying. I'm like, okay, all right,
Let's have lots of sex now.
Yeah, I was like, all right, 3 or 4 years of constantly fucking. Okay, sure.
3 or 4 years of constantly fucking. I accept your terms, universe.
I accept your challenge.
I accept your terms. Universe.
Challenge accepted. So first try.
First try.
First fucking try.
That's how it was with Colin. With
Marksman Pro on, didn't you?
With our first kid, we had no trouble conceiving.
I got fucking Michael Phelps down there.
With here, I'll tell this story. Here's the deal. Kid number 1, we decide we want to have a kid, and then it was like, boom, first cycle, kid is created, we're good to go, everything goes fine. Second kid comes along, or the second kid desire comes along, I should say. It's not happening. We're having sex like every single day, every fertile day, just like rocking it.
Every beautifully fertile day.
It gets to be like working on the chain gang. Like she's knocking on my door, and I'm like, all right. So, and look, sometimes you're not in the mood to have sex until you're having sex, and I think that was more the reality of it. But anyway, and this goes on for years, and like we go and see a fertility specialist, and they're like, well, how long did it take to have your first kid? And I'm like, 45 minutes, which is a lie because it took like 5. But that was like the story, and then it turns out, so Hope came to a C-section. They sewed her skin up, but they didn't sew like her womb up or uterus up or something like that. And all these times, like there were months where she thought she was pregnant and it didn't happen. It was because like she was halfway pregnant, but it didn't attach properly or something like that. She had to have corrective surgery, and then boom, next kid. So
Wow.
Yeah, that sucked.
Babies for days.
Yeah, we also learned about malpractice suits because, like I said, she wasn't sewed up properly, right? So people think malpractice suits are this thing where you can just, pretend you're hurt and get rich out of it or something. And we talked to attorneys, and they were salivating over the case. They're like, seriously? That you had a C-section, she didn't sew up your womb, and now you're infertile? Like, this is a big dollar case. This is like, it's not too different. Like, if you had learned that your doctor accidentally amputated a limb, you're not too far away from that when you lose your fertility. Like, this is a life-changing injury that's going on there. And we had, potentially like, a big deal, like windfall coming our way. And then she had the corrective surgery, and she got pregnant. Like, we had to wait like a month or something. So say 6 weeks later, she's pregnant, and all the attorneys were like, oh, forget it. This just isn't even a good case anymore.
Who told you to put the bomb on? I didn't tell you to put the bomb on.
That's how it went. So after she, the corrective surgery worked, we didn't have much of a malpractice suit, and we just never sued anybody.
See, but Woody, how would you have felt if somebody had come along during the time when you were talking to the attorneys and you were looking at your wife who had possibly had this life-changing negligence forced upon her, and that person says, oh no, we know how much you've suffered, you're only entitled to this amount of money maximum, right?
See, that to me seems like if take away the whole court system and how things are like inappropriate and unfair and whatever. If someone had said, all right, Woody, your damages have dropped from, I'll make up numbers, $2 million to $150,000, because quite frankly, your suffering has gone from $2 million to $200,000 or whatever I just said.
I will take $200,000.
I would have been like, all right, that sounds fair and reasonable, but because attorneys in cases like this tend to work on like a percentage of the case, good attorneys were like, oh, well, you've got a potential to make like 200 grand here, and I'm going to get like 1/3 of that. It's not. I'd rather have a multi-million-dollar case. You need to go to attorneys that suck and not high-class attorneys like you're talking to now. So that's
that brings the question: is how much money is too much money?
There is no such thing.
I just always wondered that. How do people would like? I don't know. Let's make a number up. Let's say $500 million. How do you look around and be like, I want more money? Like, what are you buying with this money?
Bill Gates gave this answer out. He said this. He's like, a billionaire is not even the goal you want. He said that. He's like, I can understand people wanting to be a 100-millionaire, right? If you have $100 million, then you can get pretty much whatever you want. You don't have to worry about money. You're set. Now, I know there are some yachts out there that cost $100 million alone.
Mm-hmm.
But by and large, if you have $100 million, you don't have money problems. You can live a really sweet lifestyle. And he said, he's like, after that, it's the same Dick's. And apparently Dick's is a hamburger chain, like in Seattle. And that's what he was saying. He's like, after you have $100 million, everything else is just the same. You can have more of it potentially. But if your mansion has 32 rooms, does 54 rooms really improve your life? I don't think so. When you go to Chili's and you have $100 million, you can still order anything you want. When you go on a Disney cruise and you have $100 million, you can still get any cabin you want. $100 million is enough. That's the Bill Gates number. If you have $100 million, then you don't have any desire for money more than that.
I can do that. I can do that same shit for like
good to me.
10 million.
I heard a great quote in regards to this, and it was, I want enough money to prove to me that money can't buy happiness.
I wasn't questioning money buys happiness. I was questioning, like, when is enough? Because, like, you see these people with, like, billions of dollars, and they're still greedy fucking assholes.
Well, that's. I mean, it's
like, what are you gonna do with that money? You could spend like $25,000 every day of your life and not even put a dent in it.
I think at that point, if when people become billionaires, I think it's because becoming financially successful is their hobby and their passion, and it's not necessarily that they feel like they need that money. It's that they enjoy earning that money. And they're
like Sir Richard Branson
score in their favorite game. That's it. That's how when you're a billionaire, it's because you're Bill Gates and you wanted to be richer than Steve Jobs. It's
right. I was just gonna say it can be a big competition at some point.
Yeah, it's
a dick contest.
I'll tell you what I want to be. I want to be fucking knighted.
Knighted?
That's a goal in life. Like I've already achieved 2 of my goals in life. Out of 3.
Don't you have to be from the United Kingdom to be knighted?
Well, actually, I've achieved 3 out of the 4.
Wow, so you have 4 life goals, and at 26, you're already finished 3 of them?
Correct.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
1 was own my house. 2 was buy a brand new vehicle. 3 was have a video game job for a living.
I've also done 3 of your life goals.
Correct. My 4th one was become a millionaire. But I've acquired a 5th one. I've
also done 3 of your life goals.
Yep,
I've
just checked, still done only 3.
My 5th one is I want to be knighted.
Hi.
Just so you can be Sir Wings of Redemption?
Yeah, I want to be Sir Geordie Jordan.
Right.
How would I go about doing that?
You can't.
Well, if Tom Clancy Jack Ryan novels have anything to teach me.
Wants Woody's bank codes.
No, you don't have to be British to be a knight. There's other people that aren't British that are knights.
What you need to do is you need to get a job at the CIA. Get stationed over in London and
Barack Obama a knight?
Fucking what?
Well,
I don't think Barack Obama is a knight.
No, he's not a knight. He's not a knight.
He won a Nobel Peace
I know
Prize.
Richard Branson is a knight, and he's not British.
Yeah, he is.
He is?
Yeah,
he is.
I'm pretty sure he is.
I'm pretty
All
sure
right.
you have to be from the United Kingdom to
Let
be
me
knighted.
look this up. I don't know all the rules.
Let me look this up.
Chat in the live stream. Do you need to be a knight? I'm sorry. Do you need to be a British citizen to be a knight? Someone says you need to be from Commonwealth to be knighted, and someone says I'm getting no's and yeses, and one person says I'm adopted.
An adopted knight? I don't. It's like, yeah, I'm an adopted knight.
The answer is beef.
I'm looking. Come on, chat.
Beef.
Update. Silly chat.
Silly people.
It says right here, the aim is to ensure that a large number of people do not make the public eye who give valuable service. The aim is to ensure that large numbers of people not in the public eye who give valuable service are recognized. They could be charity volunteers, members of emergency services or armed forces, industrial pioneers, specialists, or various professions. While the Queen is the foundation of honor in the United Kingdom, honor is actually awarded by the advance of the Cabinet Office. For this reason, honors nominations are handled not by Buckingham Palace, but the ceremony secretariat of the Cabinet Office.
You know, for a successful YouTube commentator, you sure do read boring.
Okay. Well, the fact is, you don't have to be from the United Kingdom to be a knight. You just got to be like a well-recognized person for like charities.
Bloody hell.
So it's possible.
It's possible for me to become a knight.
The chat is definitely mixed. Some people say yes, some people don't.
I thought you had to be.
Well, let me read more. Let me read more flamboyantly for Woody. In order to be nominated, someone successful, you have to obtain a copy of nomination forms and read the guidance notes.
I'm dancing.
Start with, hey guys, what is up? You have to be. You have to be.
Hey guys, what is up?
But don't steal
What's
my
up,
intro.
guys? The clown's gonna bring you the fucking knighthood information.
Hey
This
guys,
reading
got something
isn't so
great
much about
for
the
you tonight.
gameplay. I'm going to be talking about knighthood.
Yep, I'm really excited to tell you guys.
Motherfucker.
Just add that.
That is, you do not have to be
British.
British to be a knight. You
No,
just
I
have to have plenty of fucking charity time.
But you're only called sir.
If you're from
In-
the UK.
Right, in
No,
the UK.
knight, being knighted
They
is the
refer
sir.
to you as right. They refer to you as sir when you're in England, but when you're outside, they don't refer to you as sir.
They still refer to you as sir. Like Richard Branson was just on like the news the other day. Sir Richard Branson. You have Sir John Elton. It's just like a doctor. People call a doctor even if he's retired. That's Dr. Courtney.
This chat is so unhelpful. Some are saying yes, some are saying no. Some are saying you can only be an honorary knight, although I'm not sure if that's different than a regular knight. And a handful of them want to fuck Kyle. So
Surprising.
Oh, I did have a sixth one. The sixth one was to be in a movie, which is hopefully going to happen this year.
You want to be in porn?
No, a movie.
Oh.
Jordy's going to be in the
Hollywood
next.
movie.
Yeah, next Transformers.
No, I'm not going to be in the net.
What would a porn movie be? A San Andreas movie? Like, where are they shot?
I don't
as
need to be.
opposed to a Hollywood
I do
movie.
not have the body type for a porn movie.
There's someone out there for everyone, baby.
Yeah, my film would sell like 5 copies, and they would all be to the same motherfucker.
You know, my
exes.
first week in porn when I was still discovering that there's literally a fetish for everything. My manager looked at me and he's like, "You know what, sweetie? For every nut there is a screw."
There it is.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom from agents to the porn stars.
You know what? It's true though. It's true though, and I got that because I'm the daughter of a mechanic, so I'm aware of the situation between a nut and a screw, which is why he said it to me. But
I
it
was
makes
wondering
sense.
where the daughter of a mechanic thing was going. Like,
Nuts and bolts.
I just didn't see where your father fit into this scenario until the very end.
I mean, I could take apart and rebuild a transmission in a day.
Nice.
Wow. There you go.
I
An
can
automatic
MIG weld,
transmission?
TIG
From
weld,
my cousin
RC
Vinny?
acetylene weld, lap weld. I can do all sorts of welding. I can fucking sand. I can
weld.
do bondo.
Fuck, hey, everybody here can weld, right? Raise your hand if you know how to weld. Oh, Lefty, come on. You never.
Oh man.
It doesn't have to be an arc welder. It can
I
just be
can
a regular...
solder. Does that count?
No.
Fuck.
No,
No, it
Lefty,
does not.
we're not demanding that you can stick weld or do an old school oxyacetylene weld. Just even a MIG weld.
Listen,
Raise your
I
hand
am
if you can.
You
MIG
can turn
weld.
on the torch, and you can make 2
Yeah.
pieces of steel become one.
Poor Lefty.
You just get your pool on. Just get
I
your
could-
pool on.
Exactly.
I can
You
figure
just
it out, but I'm
circle-
setting a lot of shit
circle
on
until
fire.
you get your puddle,
Get your
and then you
puddle.
just drag your puddle across, and that's all
Lefty,
you gotta do.
I can only imagine.
But don't put
how
it too close,
inadequate
because
you-
otherwise it'll pop, and then your hair lights on
How
fire.
many people here are certified on a 100-ton crane? Chaos man.
Show off.
Fucking no. How many people here can do a double stroke roll at 200 beats per minute?
I can't even play the E chord on my guitar without laying my finger on the other one.
Anyone can play the drums. You just walk up to them and bang. I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah, I played that rock
Woody's
band
theory
game.
on women? You just walk up to them and bang.
And in certain
Hey,
positions,
baby,
you
you
need to
wanna
be
bang?
careful not to hit the bottom.
Yes, stopping power.
Stopping power.
Don't
pro.
hit the bottom unless she's into that, and then
Nobody's into that. I've never met one that says yes. Punch me in the cervix.
Ouch.
I mean, in essence, that's what you're doing, regardless.
Hashtag punch to the cervix. That'll be a new punk band. Okay. All right, guys. There's got to be some kids out there who are ready to start a punk band. Punch to the cervix.
Just cervix punch.
My death metal band was called Fetus a Fetus.
Feed us a fetus. Good.
Yes. Fetus a Fetus.
This
Someone
reminds me
said
of a
drums are
T-shirt
not
that
easy.
I have. Hold on, I have the coolest T-shirt in the world, and now I need to share it with all of you.
Oh, chaos! Someone just threw down. He's a drum captain for his whole in high school. 3/4 time signature, 240 tempo, paradiddles.
All right. Yeah, I can throw down with that. Paradiddle diddle 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 diddle. How's your flam tap? Something coming, son.
Donkey rope.
What you got
All
for
right.
what you got for single double Radamacues though?
All right, Elite Soul Gamer, he's calling you out. Single radiddle.
I think we need to see some of this for that drum kit right behind you.
Oh, yes! Oh, he's doing it. He's about to wake up his family. and
Yeah,
he's too
no, that's
drunk to
not
think
gonna-
it through. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's not gonna happen.
Oh, I ruined it. I ruined it.
Go to my uploads if you
you
want.
got to soundproof your basement like Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, how you going to get little boys in showers down there?
Not gonna do that.
He used the Penn State facilities for that.
Oh my gosh, I ruined the drum solo. Update your lower third. That's it. Ruin the drum solo.
Yep.
I'm going to share 2 of my favorite offensive T-shirts with the world right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to start doing Painkiller Already at 2 p.m.
Just
on
another
Saturday.
slut on birth control.
Oh wait. Let me put her in the foreground. All
Damn, I
right.
got Lefty. Hold up.
Just another slut on birth control.
Oh, that's a reference to Rush Limbaugh saying that people on birth control are all sluts and that the
Yeah.
more you have
Yes!
sex, apparently the more expensive
Yes,
it is.
round
yeah.
of applause for
Oh
Woody.
goodness, I'm so slow. But
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I get the reference for sure.
And then we have another one.
Dayglow abortion?
I don't.
Yes.
Is there a reference that I'm not getting on Dayglow abortions?
I fuck Jesus.
Oh well, how was that?
Fuck Jesus. Haven't
I'm
we all
guessing
fucked
interesting.
Jesus?
Yeah.
I think we've all fucked Jesus.
Did Jesus fall into the happy zone? The thick six?
Oh no! Well, he'd have to be 7, isn't that like
But
the, God,
is it
the
I
holy
fuck
number?
Jesus?
Yes.
Is that I fucked Jesus?
Yeah, he'd be 7.
Ooh.
You know Jesus can pound because he was a carpenter, yo.
Oh!
Bang, bang, bitch! Bang, bang, bitch!
Woody, if I had a white T-shirt, I'd be swinging it over my head right now.
Should we call PKA a wrap? It's been over 3 hours.
This is the fastest one yet.
I
That's
think
like
this was a good show.
That's like a
Someone
full
in the
tilt
chat
at a radio
said-
gig.
Someone, oh my god, fuck you, Woody. Drums take a lot of skill. I'm a drummer. You are freaking emotionally retarded if you can't detect that. There is a wet spot next to me. I'm dripping with so much sarcasm at that statement, and you still think that, you're offended at your lack of drum confidence. I don't know what your deal is. It was
Yeah.
a joke.
It was a joke.
It was a joke. Chaos instantly recognized it. He totally smiled. No, dude, every drummer must know that joke. That people think they know how to drum, and then they go on there and they sound like children with drums. They are.
Yeah,
And even that, I would mess it up. I wouldn't, bro. That's how it would happen.
yeah.
All right, so
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Bottoms up. I hope you guys enjoyed Painkiller Already. And what I was going to say in the chat that I didn't say is when you don't have to interrupt people and bring in a new topic, it was a good one. That was PKA 106.